Welcome back, everyone, to the Arizona Cardinals and Giants, not of Arizona, but of New York uh, franchise. We're doing the 10-year sim once again. We're in year 6 now.
Maybe seven.
Yeah, we're in 6, not 7. We're not those types of jokers. We're not those types of funny haha Gen Alpha people. Although I'm pretty sure you're Gen Alpha, aren't you? No, you're not that young. Anyways,
Yeah,
besides
that's
the
fucked up, man. That's messed up.
besides the point, um, welcome back. As I said, welcome back, Voodoo,
Thank you. Welcome back, Voodoo.
and we're coming off of a Super Bowl that I have honestly thought more about than I should for a normal Madden game.
You've been
Uh,
dreaming about.
it was cinema. Truly was. It was very fun to watch. It was very fun to commentate. Um, 19-12 win. I know, obviously not a super high scoring affair or anything, but it was a really fun defensive battle with some offensive spurts in there where it really felt like any point mattered in that game, and it did, and it was extremely fun. The Bucks won 19-12, and go watch that if you didn't already, because truly it was really really entertaining game. Came down to the last play. A lot of storylines in there with Jalen Hurts having to step in for the injury to Gabe Pearman. Um, a ton of Cardinals on the Buccaneers. A bunch of other little fun parts in there, but truly was really fun.
Absolutely. And also Will Samuels, the rookie for the Cincinnati Bengals, of course, winning MVP right after Joe Burrow. Um,
Yeah,
and
the
offensive rookie of the year, of course.
yeah. Actually, I'm kind of curious since we started this franchise. So since 2025, so it was Jalen Hurts back-to-back years. And then Broncos for Bo Nix, and then it was Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, which I kind of forgot he got in there one year, and then Burrow, Samuels. I thought Burrow won it more than that, to be honest. I swear he
Yeah,
could have won it more than 3 times in that span. I thought he won it like 5, but fair. I mean, still that's impressive to do. I mean, he did still, I think, put up 5,000 yards majority of the time, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
he was like top 3 MVP every single year. I
Yeah,
don't think this
I
was.
think that like Mahomes' year, he just like had better touchdown interception ratio, and the yards were still good. Just like Burrow had just 5,000 and a bit more interceptions. But besides the point, let's talk about retirements. There's got to be some interesting ones here. We see on the right there's some. We'll start with my Cardinals. There's none. Let's go to your Giants. Only Jacob Monk, the backup center, or maybe he was starting. Was he starting
He was a back. No, he might have been starting intermittently, but
because your
he's not the starter
stinky O
right.
line was pretty bad on the left side? So,
Yeah.
but either way, not like a super important character to our franchises. But looking at the NFL as a whole, some names like Cam Taylor Britt, Deron Bland, Theo Johnson retires on the Titans.
Oh,
Former Giants legend, had some solid games for you, solid seasons for you. Um, did I forget? Did he win the Super Bowl with the Browns? He did, right? He
I
was
think
with the
he did.
Browns.
He
Yeah.
did.
So at
Yeah.
least he got a Super Bowl. Um,
CD Lamb
CD
here. You
Lamb's
got
a big one for the
yeah,
Seahawks.
K9,
Yeah.
Simpson,
Why? I
AVT.
just realized he's on the Ravens along with Trey Benson, Trenton Simpson as well. Yeah, Elijah Vera Tucker, Omar Spates, Bills legend for you in real life.
There you go. The Bills' absolute legend.
Yeah, a
I
lot of
back to them.
Panthers here. We've talked about the Panthers a lot with like they've kind of gone through a cycle of bringing in older talent, having an older team, and being really good when they do that, but then they like suck the next year. Um,
Yeah, no, it was definitely some interesting moves. Xavier
yeah,
Legate retiring after 9 years, a little early, I feel like.
yeah,
But
and then Ike Ekwonu as well, who I know in real life deals with some injury issues. Also, the
yeah,
Lions losing Tevin Jenkins and Penei Sewell, their right side of the line completely devoured there. Brees
Bull
Hall.
especially is going to be hard to
Oh yeah,
replace.
I mean yeah, he's one of the best. Um, it's also early. I think he was only 33 or 34, so he retired a little bit earlier than I expected. But Brees Hall retires with the Jets. He never got to escape, sadly. Um,
That's rough.
Jalen Waddle staying with the with the Dolphins retires. JOK retires as a Cowboy along with DeMarvion Overshown. Rashee Rice retires after 10 years, probably because he got arrested for something. Two
Oh no.
Steelers retire a Brown, Pat Frymuth and Patrick Queen.
Austin Gardner retires a Bill. I didn't even know he was a Bill.
He was a
I guess he
free
got probably
agent.
signed after.
Yeah, he was one of
Yeah,
those
so I
free
guess
agents that didn't get signed. Um,
oh,
yeah,
McFadden retires in free agency as well.
former Giants there. Joey Porter, Tavondre Sweat. Yaya Diaby's a big one for this franchise. He had some solid years. Brandon Ayuk also was a big touchdown guy. Jalen Thompson finally retires. He had a really long
Oh man,
career, 14
huge free
years.
agency one.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Spencer
Spencer Brown,
Brown.
Dexter
Oh
Lawrence.
wow, big sexy Dexy, potentially problematic, but
Yeah,
he retires. Patrick Mahomes as a free agent retires. Derek Brown retires. It's kind of good though we're getting some of these guys cycled out because they were just sitting in free agency most years anyways.
we're gonna see Josh Allen, right? If there's no way he's still the dude,
Tutu
there's
Atwell,
no way.
Josh Palmer, T. Higgins, Darnell Washington, woman hater Harrison Butker. Tua finally retires. Cole Kmet, Isaiah Pacheco, Reek Woolen, Julian Love. Um, any other like? I mean,
Just Metellus, Julian
Daniel
Blackman, Cole Strange,
Falele.
Falele.
What a
Um,
legend he is.
he's
There's
Tyree
no
Wilson,
way Tatum Bethune. Shout out CJ.
Owen Dreesen. Oh no.
No, and guess what? There is not a Josh Allen retirement here.
Whoa, oh God, I
So
need this dude.
where is he? How old is he? How bad is he? Well, I can't
Is he
see on the
still in the
rosters.
league?
I think so. We'll have to look if he's in free agency when we get to that spot. But
Yeah.
um, for that, let's look at mock draft 4. Another defensive front heavy class, of course, following the trend. Um, Texans projected to take D tackle. A lot of picks that are
First
kind
10
of
picks are all D line. Yeah.
wow. Yeah, that's always fun. And Picasso Norwood still projected to go to the Jets, and with Brees Hall retiring, I think that's possible.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Especially if he is like really good, then it would make sense. See a strong safety going at 15. He I think is the guy that looks like no, it's a different one. He does look good. He might be also very good. Bob Youngblood, I think, was the guy. Yeah, he's the USC safety who is slow but a great run defender. He's probably going to be generational. A couple linemen, and then you see Tyson Henry projected to the Cardinals, who could make sense. Dylan Easley is under a contract year here, and we'll see if they get negotiations done with him. Probably not because they're under they're minus 9 million, I think, right now in cap space, so not great. Moving down to your Giants. Oh, but before we do that, we see Brandon Bishop, a first round projected quarterback who's a third to fourth round talent for the Chargers. Also Ben Gardner, the Falcons edge rusher projection, who's a first to second round projection, but he is a third to fourth round talent.
Good.
Same thing with Nate Brown, the Browns edge rusher projection, a third to fourth round talent. It's a interesting stretch there of guys.
I think teams are kind of trying to keep up with this arms race of young
I
defensive
guess
line talent,
so.
reaching a little bit here.
Yeah. And then Dylan Casper, maybe a what's his
This would
name?
not make
What was the
sense.
old Casper guy? I can't remember his name. The Raiders.
I don't know. I
Anyways,
don't.
but yeah, how do you feel about that?
I don't feel good about it at all.
Is it a dig?
Widener's not under contract this year, at least. I think drafting a tight end too, like I don't know. I think first round guys need to be immediate starters or like that behind like veterans. I think Widener's under contract for a couple more years.
Yeah, that's very fair. But hey, you know what? Yeah, let's just say Dylan Casper is Dave Casper, the Raiders tight end, of the Ghost was his nickname. He could be, the grandson. Maybe he's got some history. Like he could be the next guy. Who knows? And then, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea, especially because
Widener,
they don't use
his
Widener
contract,
anyways.
right. His contract's coming up, so I could maybe understand if he's elite enough, maybe.
But
But I
interior
don't.
line's still a need, and there's a center who
Still
goes
such a need.
two picks
Such
later.
a need.
And
Man,
you don't want to see the Bucks draft an absolute stud again, a
they
pick or
already
two
did it.
after you, and he
Yeah,
looks really good. This center looks actually very good. He probably is worth the reach there. Um, but in between that, you see the Raiders looking at a quarterback. Obviously, Gabe Pearman got him to a Super Bowl, but wasn't exactly like extremely great or anything. And Jalen Hurts is regressing, but Deshaun Patrick's very weird because he looks like a pretty solid quarterback. Like his accuracies, but like he's a day 3 prospect in terms of talent, which is so interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. Um, but maybe he might have like a really good dev trait and just be low overall because of his like other stuff. I don't know. His like he doesn't look that bad. He doesn't look like a day 3 to me.
yeah.
But
Not sure about. Yeah, I'm not sure about that
like
projection, but
his accuracies, like he might be like a fourth, like top of the fourth overall, but that's like a low 70s type. I don't know. But either way, I don't know if if the Giants choose a tight end, I think that's just another really poor pick from Randy Peak because it's just been very questionable with his draft picks recently.
absolutely. And yeah, no, we'll see. Maybe he'll surprise us. Free agency, of course, is going to shake things up. Maybe we get a guy in free agency, but our cap's low. A lot of questions will probably be answered during that. But do you want to look at the coaching
Yes,
stuff?
yes, but before I look at that, I'm just seeing. I managed to scroll down and see some interesting pattern here from last season of a
Sure.
fullback for the Bills starting at week 4 because that's the earliest I can see. The Bills released Cade Fox in week 4, and they must have re-signed him and then released him in week 5. They must have re-signed him and released him in week 6,
Huh.
and that keeps happening every week that they had a game. It looks like they probably had a week 8 bye. They did it in week 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Um, and then they kept him for the rest of the year, I guess, and then they released him in the offseason. Maybe. Maybe not
Were
then.
they like manipulating his contract or something? What's happening
I
there?
think they're stupid. Which is why they got fired. I mean, Peter Gaffney and his crew got fired year 1. Also Brendan Washington finally let go from the
Brendan
Dolphins as well.
Washington, I feel like didn't he just win a super? He just won a Super
He
Bowl with
did.
the. I don't know about all that. That's really
It's
seems pretty harsh.
yeah, and then the Packers finally move on from Matt LaFleur, who was keeping that team kind of competitive, but this year was a down year after being a really good team. Um, their whole group's gone. D'Amico Ryan's back into the pool again with his group and from Commanders, and then the Texans lose Dan Campbell, Brian Schottenheimer, and the defense
Yikes.
coordinator. It's a lot more coaching releases here this season. Um, I feel like the one that does like I'm okay with most of these except for the Dolphins one because like you said, the Dolphins won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. That seems like a
Yeah.
very big jump. Like you don't really see that ever. So
Technically, like they win a Super Bowl, then they have a bad season, and they instantly fire
sure,
him. It's literally what happened,
yeah,
which is crazy.
yeah. Like it's like they
Crazy.
completely. They're like, oh yeah, you won us a Super Bowl 2, like the year prior, but we don't care. Uh, but like the rest of the ones, I don't really blame. Like Dan Campbell and D'Amico Ryans have been around the league multiple times, so LaFleur is probably just maybe time to just inconsistent, not able to fully bring that team to a Super Bowl. So maybe I think they just were ready to part ways. And then the Peter Gaffney, I still don't think he should have been released from the Broncos, but he hasn't really brought the Bills to a contender level yet either. So I don't know. How do you feel about those?
I agree with again Brendan Washington. That's he's getting done very dirty there. Um, Gaffney, yeah, I don't think he should have left the Broncos. When it comes to the Bills, they're just not a great team, and then they get fired. I just don't like when coaches come in for a year and get fired, unless they like make things significantly worse, or like they somehow don't raise the ceiling even a little. The Bills
Yeah.
have just been bad many years. Like they went from the second worst team to still a bottom 10 team, but they went up a few spots I don't know. I think you got to give these guys another year at
Yeah,
least, and then
that's
of
fair.
course, yeah. But is what it is. I think
Yeah,
Brendan Washington is a great coach, and he will go somewhere uh, that'll hopefully realize his potential.
yeah. Um, and speaking of signing and stuff, I was just noticing. I was about to go look at the team salaries here, and I noticed the Cardinals must have had some money to get some deals done because they have re-signed a couple guys. They re-signed Joshua Ramos, the receiver. Um,
Oh,
they, I believe, re-signed Emmanuel Franklin, whoever that is, 82 overall corner. They re-signed Quan Wiggins, the linebacker. And the big one is they keep Nick Skillen in Arizona for
huge,
7 years,
huge.
$425 million total contract there. He's honestly contract wise, like not like the most wildly expensive. Like it's it gets up to 73 million in 5 years, but like I don't know. I think there's worse quarterback contracts, but there are still also Dylan Easley did get a contract done as well. I
Wow.
noticed so. And he's getting like 30 a year. So I don't know where they got all that money from, but it must have been all those guys leaving prior.
How are you looking at this? I kind of want to see
Oh,
my own.
I was just looking at team salaries and just seeing the
Oh yeah,
remaining and kind of just seeing, hey, these guys weren't signed before from what I remember. But I will say, Cardinals will definitely not be able to re-sign. Um, the big one, really the only notable one, is Marvin Harrison Jr., longtime Cardinal. Uh, Looks like he's going to be heading to free agency. He's 93 overall, 31 years old, star dev. He's the fourth best receiver in the league, but
yeah.
it seems
It
like they're parting ways. So
it looks like the only player that's been paid, getting an absolute bag, is JD Rose. He did get paid, so he's a 5-year Giant. Aside from that, though, yeah, no. So Mason Graham's going to be walking, and Drew Phillips again. Not, I think we talked about this last episode, so I won't go over it too much. And also
yeah,
Kinley and Knighton. I think we'll be okay. Trey Sanchez as well. Actually, that one kind of stings. So gonna be some needs, but not as bad as it has been for some
right.
years. A lot of depth.
It's right. Well, it's gonna start recording again. Well, hey, we forgot. Well, no, we forgot. It was a little error there. For some reason, the recording just stopped recording. Um, it's not. I mean, I wonder if it's my storage. But anyways, we're back. Uh, we we went through all free agency. We'll briefly before we do anything else, we'll just go quickly through some of the big ones. What the Jags were a big team. They brought in Christopher Cooper and also who was it? It was the edge rusher Camille Knighton from the Giants. Two very big pickups there. Um, Tristan McDougal goes to the Broncos as a big one as well. Big receiver from the Saints and Commanders last year. They also brought in a new quarterback, Parker Peterman, to replace Bo Nix, who left in free agency. Um, Also, I don't think you caught the recording part of the Cardinals managing to re-sign before the draft Dylan Easley and Marvin Harrison and Joshua Ramos. Maybe was in that video or in that clip. I don't know. I don't know why it stopped recording. I might have double clicked on accident somewhere somehow, but either way, honestly, not a ton of super crazy things outside of those. Like Steelers made a lot of good moves.
Yeah,
Um,
I think a lot of it wasn't the craziest. I think the biggest one was probably Tristan McDougal. Also, the Jags getting that defensive tackle
yeah,
Christopher Cooper.
the Ravens had
Uh,
some solid pickups, some solid D linemen, other defensive solid players. Steelers had good lineman pickups. Um, Neither of our teams picked up anybody because we can't sign anyone with the cap. But
yeah,
really, some good pickups from certain teams here and there. But Packers had some good pickups too. But really, not a lot of super notable things in the most for the most part. So in the grand scheme of things, we didn't miss much, luckily, in that. But
You keep trucking along. It's all, yeah.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
the big, this is the big stuff, really.
I'm just gonna keep a big eye on my recording. I'm gonna keep looking back and forth, but a lot of things that we kind of expected here going forward in this draft.
Norwood is a Bill.
Yeah,
So that's good. That's
there's a bill, and
be interesting.
a lot of D tackles and edges go here. Otherwise, it's literally all the other
Yep.
positions, and we'll see. Maybe in about 18 picks, we'll see if the Giants decide to do the same. I think they might, but Jaguars are up. Let's sim past them. Also, them having pick 12 is huge because they just brought in some really good talent. I'm very interested to see if they continue adding to that talent.
Yeah,
They bring
Jags
it,
are going to be big
yeah,
risers, I think.
another D lineman, Cameron Fitzsimmons. That defensive front, I think they've seen just the teams this past couple of years having those insane defensive fronts. You look at last year, both the Raiders and the Bucks had crazy D lines. The Dolphins had an insane D line against the Cardinals. It's been even the Browns when they won their Super Bowl had a really good D line. It's been just kind of the new
Yeah.
wave of all this influx of talent at the defensive front position. Those positions have just been so valuable to Super Bowl teams, and I think just building elite groups there is a very good way to win a Super Bowl.
I agree wholeheartedly.
But
All right.
obviously that's what Randy Peak wants to do, but it's still not quite
Yeah.
working. It's probably because they
Well,
haven't filled the other holes in their team. But
no, he's getting one hole filled, and that's his. So
yeah,
there
but
you go. So
we
what are
see
you
some
thinking on
other things
Arizona
here.
here?
Arizona, yeah, I don't know. I mean we've seen Tyson Henry, the guy who was supposed to go to the Cardinals, is gone. He went to the Rams, which I'm actually very happy about. Division rival getting a player who's not worth a first round pick. Um, Based on what's here, there's a ton of quarterbacks here. Obviously not a need. We just re-signed Skillen. Um, Let me actually look. I honestly don't even know what we really need. I know corner's still a big position of need. Um, don't necessarily need a running back that badly. Receiver, we just brought two guys back and have a second year or third year player. Still good at tight end. I mean, right guard is still a need. We haven't really filled that hole. I don't know if there's a good right guard. D tackle definitely could still be in play. I don't really think our backup is our second guy is that great. Like he's fine. Colt Stern is okay. He's a good run defender, but that's about it. Could still maybe add to the linebacker group, possibly. Wouldn't be terrible. I mean, corner's not super necessary, but I wouldn't hate it either. So honestly, I feel like this could be a good spot for, if not guard, I think could make sense for maybe a player that's going to eventually start in a year or two where we're going to be losing a player. Like maybe Kyle Hamilton leaving would be great to bring in Alan Foreman. I wouldn't hate that. Could fill a really good role and also could play sub linebacker or maybe kick Kyle Hamilton down the sub linebacker for some plays as well. Wouldn't hate maybe bringing in a left tackle here, this Isaac Bush guy. Paris Johnson's getting up there in age. Same thing with Donovan Ford, maybe. But I don't really know. I honestly really wouldn't be mad with a lot of positions. But oh, sorry, actually, Junior Avery was the guy I was looking that they were looking at, and he is still here, so they could still go him. And I hope it's not the case, but let's see. Roger Goodell at the podium, and I do not want to see that big black man, and there he is. It's unfortunate. Junior Avery, I confuse him with Tyson Henry. They have similar uh, names in certain ways, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like the pick that much. Like, yeah, we do need D tackles for sure, but like, I don't know. I feel like best player available spot there, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll hit some better picks down the board, but let's head to the next groups of picks here. A ton of players go. That quarterback does go to the Chargers. Glenn Barnett's going to be disappointed because the Falcons did not take a strong safety or take a receiver, or
Yeah.
take a quarterback, I should say. They took a strong safety. But the Browns and Steelers do right by their quarterback by getting tackle and the receiver like they wanted. But
Yeah.
Giants, you're up. Where do you think the Giants
I
should
want
go?
Ashton Long. Go
Ashton
Ashton Long,
Long.
the center. That's the guy.
Yeah, that would be a good pick. That would be probably the only good pick. I mean, maybe. I don't know. There's really not
Uh,
good like left tackle
yeah,
or left
wow.
guard options here. I mean, other than that, what do you even really need? There is
I
a
think go.
there is a round one projected round one true talent, Deontay Atkins, edge rusher. There's also
I
another
don't.
one, Calvin Barton. There you go, and
Oh
there's multiple
God.
guys there. Do you reach to a third or fourth round plus D tackle projection?
Oh man. No, get the center. Could go some strong safeties here. Maybe I don't.
Sure,
I'm not gonna
sure.
not gonna take too deep of a look into them. But
Yeah,
you know, positionally, we do want some strong safety. Even receiver. I mean, Malik Neighbors is getting older. You could get a guy just right now and then say, hey, we got our guy. Um, yeah, receiver would not be a terrible idea, but we have enough depth. I don't know. Center would be the dream, but we all know who they're going to pick D line. So you want to sim it
yeah,
and
yeah.
cry
I
together?
mean,
I guess I can cry alone.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's. I mean, we'll see here.
yeah.
And
Yep.
there they go. I mean, hey, he's at least a really talented player. Round one talent, Ben Gardner. I, it's a stupid pick, but he's a good player. It's just dumb. So how do you feel
Yeah,
about that?
yeah, yeah, yeah. All
Pretty
right.
much all that needs to be said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's been multiple years in a row where the Giants just have not drafted for positional need at
Our last
all.
last year's draft pick is the fourth on the depth chart. Not even
Yeah,
the he's a fourth stringer
yeah.
defensive tackle.
I
And this guy is going to be another elite backup edge to Damone Kinley, who just got re-signed. None of this makes okay. Well, maybe Abdul Carter replacement. Maybe I don't even think so. I still think he has multiple years on his contract. I'll double check that right now, actually, because
pretty
maybe
sure he
maybe there's
does.
a glimmer of hope right now. He
There's
has two
not.
more years. Yes, two
He's
more years on his contract.
okay. That's not terrible. Plus, hey, you lost your edge three in Camille Knighton, so maybe
Sure, we got
this is
some
his
depth
replacement.
with our first round pick. We got some depth. Our O
Yeah,
line remains. I we'll see. I hopefully we'll see.
and we're
I'm,
gonna
I'm
probably gonna see back to back. And there goes the day three talented quarterback.
Sean Patrick.
We'll have to
Yeah,
see. I don't know. I feel like he has to have good dev trait because
I
there's
think he's
no.
gonna be higher overall than you're giving him credit for. I
I
actually
mean,
really like Sean
I think
Patrick.
yeah,
I think
I think he looks better than his projection or his talent says. I think he'll probably be like a 72 or 73, but
I think he'll be a 77, 76. I
I
think
don't
that just this
I
might
don't
just be
know.
a bloated
Yeah,
class.
that's a
We'll see.
lot. That's a lot. I don't know. But I don't know. I think the Bucks are about to take another steal here, another offensive lineman that the Giants pass on, even though they need O line. Imagine the line that you guys could have had in back-to-back years. You could have had that
Man, we could
left
have had the
guard
left guard
in
and
the
the
center.
center.
You just would be looking for a
Oh,
tackle, left tackle, and then you'd be fine. But no, they're gonna
man.
probably take that center who is probably gonna be an 80 plus. And there he is,
I saw it. Good
Ashton
lord, man.
Long and Bucks. Man,
Oh,
they're they're still very good. They very well could run it
they
back.
are.
They have a really good squad,
Oh,
and they continue the
yeah.
build. They continue to just have guys fall into their lap that are extremely good at positions of
They're
need. They
doing the
lost,
Philadelphia Eagles
yeah,
they do in real life.
they literally just lost Graham Barton, and they bring in an incredible center who is going to be very good. But let's take a look at. I guess we'll start with the Cardinals draft
Yeah, let's
here.
do it.
Okay, this is interesting. So Junior Avery's a 72 overall, hidden dev. So I don't absolutely hate it. Could definitely develop into something interesting. He's going to be the D tackle 3 on the depth chart. Not terrible though. Javier Goodwell. Goodwell is the 76 overall running back, normal dev. I don't hate it. Running back's still a position where we kind of haven't figured things out. Obviously, a lot of injuries last year, so maybe kind of playing for that potential issue. Eric Garcia, though, in the third round, hidden dev, strong safety, 75 overall. I do like
Yeah,
this pickup.
I really like this for you. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
I
a great
think
pickup.
he's a little slower, but I do think he could fit well as a sub linebacker. Um, Definitely fits the potential, the route to replace Kyle Hamilton in the end of his contract. Kai Ratliff at corner, hidden dev as well. I mean, obviously he has a lot of work to do, but could maybe develop into something. Juan Romero, 72 overall, normal dev, 6'3 receiver. Don't hate it, getting depth in there. Outside of that, just two other depth options. I think this is a pretty solid draft for the most part. Not terrible. There's definitely better picks on the board in the first round and maybe later, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm not
I think
upset.
we got some solid depth, and
Yeah.
I cannot say the same for the New York Giants. So Ben Gardner,
Uh,
73 overall, sure, he looks fine. It's a first round pick, so I need to be harsh on that. I don't like it.
yeah.
Sergio Clavijo, have a will linebacker. He's normal dev. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one either.
Yeah.
They get a deep, they get a tackle,
They
they
do
get an offensive.
three
They
straight
take two,
linemen.
and they are all
Terrible.
poop from
I
a
mean,
butt.
hidden dev
Wow.
for Santiago though. So maybe there's some
Yeah.
future there for him at left tackle.
I'm, I love the wishful thinking, man, but I'm not not a big fan of
I
that.
will
And
say,
then
at the very least, they tried this year because last year they
they
didn't sign it. They didn't draft a single one. So at
they
least they're trying.
definitely they definitely tried. They definitely tried, and I'll have to give them some credit. But I just hate the talent. It doesn't,
Oh yeah, no, they're bad.
yeah. It's tough. Rough. But let's take a look at the rest of the draft
Yeah,
and ignore the pick
brutal,
that.
brutal. Um, but yeah, best player in the draft is Bob Youngblood, as I expected. To the Broncos, another good pickup for them. Just that archetype of that 99 hit power. He's slow, but he's going to be an incredible box safety option.
What college is he from? Oh,
USC. Um, and then the next best guy was number one overall pick, Justin White, 83 overall D tackle. He's coming in with
that's a home
80,
run.
87 finesse move. I know, obviously, quarterback's definitely in play for the Texans. I wonder if they took one later. They didn't even take one, so maybe they don't. I don't even know who they have. They took Dylan Casper. You projected him in the first round. They took him in the
Oh,
third, and he's a 74 hidden dev. Maybe he would have been a better pickup.
maybe
Probably.
actually.
Honestly, Texans had a really good draft just after taking a quick look there, but pretty good. Honestly, this draft was pretty solid. You see some nice pickups. Saints, another solid pickup. Obviously, Edge. Oh, wow. Another pickup that would have been awesome for the Giants. Third round pick for the Bengals. Brandon Barnett, guard,
Yeah, he
80
does look
overall.
very good. I
They
agree.
finally land a good offensive lineman.
Oh, and yeah, multiple edges taken in the second round that are better than the guy that we have as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's how it goes.
Yep,
For the Giants drafting, apparently they just can't seem to do anything well in that regard. But yeah, that
I
center.
agree.
Honestly, I thought the center was going to be higher overall, but still very good.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, no, definitely still 70. Yeah, 70, 77. Still very, very good.
yeah,
I mean, yeah.
just yeah, I still just find it very just. It's just crazy that they continue they as in your team continue to not address the position with good players. I don't understand that. Um, but it looks like the best quarterback in the draft was William Banks heading to the Packers, who is a top of the second round
Wow.
pick. That honestly, I mean, I feel like they've made some sneaky moves, and they definitely could be sneaky good. Um, in the future. I'm interested in those first round quarterbacks too. So Deshaun Patrick is a 71 overall hidden dev. Um,
Oof.
but yeah, he looks he's 70 speed, but he does look good. Like he's coming in with solid accuracies to start. Um, I just it's a little rich at that spot, but at the same time, it's a quarterback, so that positional value definitely boosts it up for him. And then Brandon Bishop, the first round pick for the Chargers, is a hidden dev. Um, honestly, a less athletic Justin Herbert is what I'd say his comp is. Huge arm. Accuracy is not as good. Definitely a good deep ball though, and it's decent enough speed to move around. But we'll see. He could develop into something. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we will. We will. Yeah, very interesting draft.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I think the Bills running back, 76 overall as well. The guy that they drafted. So
he's good.
cross wood.
But not as good as I think you'd think for a top 10 pick.
Yeah. No, he
Um,
wasn't. I don't think he was worth that much, but he still
yeah.
pretty good.
I,
I don't think they're like going to be super mad about it.
yeah, I mean, especially if he develops, he could be extremely
Hmm.
good. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't even think we really have to look at any of the other drafts to say that the Giants had the worst. Um, it's
Couldn't
just,
couldn't get much worse.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
really
mean,
couldn't.
it's just like it's brutal. It's year after year. Doesn't matter if they're
Well,
bringing in good players or not. It's like they're bringing
you
in
know, you
no
can.
one to help.
Yeah, no, it's not a good outlook for the future, but I think the team's still very competitive.
Yeah,
Maybe get some offensive linemen, piece something together, and make another run like they did last year.
yeah,
Definitely possible, but yeah, no, not looking good. Bunch of 60 overall, 260 overall interior offensive linemen
it's rough.
on the
That's rough.
interior, and then left tackle is still that Woods guy from last year, who's up to a 70, straight up
That's
70 overall. So
better. Uh,
you know what? There's consistency at the left tackle
yeah,
position at
yeah.
least.
I will say on the right side of top stories, it does say Joe Santiago, future star for the Giants, with
Oh, maybe
55 likes and 18 retweets.
he's a 61 overall left tackle if he's playing on that side. So
Yeah, I mean,
who knows?
who knows? Maybe he has superstar dev, and he'll
That'd be
do
awesome.
nothing with it. But very crazy, terrible draft for the Giants. I think that's probably the worst. No,
I,
last
I
year's was worse. I think.
Yes, no. Last year's was worse just because of the D tackle pick. At least
and they
edge.
and they didn't take a single lineman either when they had like
Right.
literally no one on the roster on the interior line at
Yeah,
left guard or
And D
center.
tackle depth is gonna kind of,
Yeah,
it was a lot worse because of course he's a fourth D tackle, whereas Gardner is an immediate starter if Kinley goes down. So,
yeah,
and it's a thin position already. So
yeah. So I
I
mean, it's a
am
little bit more reasonable, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's consistently poor decisions, but Giants are still a good team, and they definitely could still make it work regardless. So we'll see here as we head into next season, and let's see, C plus grade for the Cardinals, B minus for the Browns. That's pretty good. B for the Packers. That's one of the higher ones I've ever seen. B for the Texans as well. Um,
yeah. Back, yeah.
cool. I mean, is there? I mean,
The
any people sign? I don't really know if there's anyone gonna
I
be
think I
super
think we have to go to
notable here.
next week
Yeah,
into preseason.
there's
See
a
some
couple
signings.
guys I saw. Jack Sawyer's going back to the Browns. Tyler Warren and Gunnar Helm to the Browns as well. I saw the Niners signed Jamison Williams, but maybe we'll just look at our teams if there's anybody.
Do we need to sim an extra week to see if people will get signed? 'Cause that
Yeah, I mean
might be a part of it.
some people did, but yes, there's probably gonna be more. Um,
Yeah.
but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter that much. I don't think our teams are gonna be signing anybody. Um,
Why not? Why not?
but
Well,
we can
yeah,
do
well,
that.
might as well see, and then yeah. But otherwise, I think we're ready to hit this
Ooh,
season.
two
Uh,
injuries. Another. Welcome back, everyone, to the Arizona Cardinals and Giants, not of Arizona, but of New York, uh, franchise. We're doing the 10-year sim once again. We're in year 6 now.
maybe 7.
Yeah, we're in 6, not 7. We're not those types of jokers. We're not those types of funny haha Gen Alpha people. Although I'm pretty sure you're Gen Alpha, aren't you? No, you're not that young. Anyways,
Yeah,
besides
that's
the
fucked up, man. That's messed up.
besides the point. Um, welcome back. As I said, welcome back, Voodoo.
Thank you. Welcome back, Voodoo.
And we're coming off of a Super Bowl that I have honestly thought more about than I should for a normal Madden game.
You've been
Uh,
dreaming about.
it was cinema. You know, truly was. It was very fun to watch. It was very fun to commentate. Um, 19-12 win. I know, obviously not a super high scoring affair or anything, but it was a really fun defensive battle with some offensive spurts in there where it really felt like any point mattered in that game, and it did, and it was extremely fun. The Bucks won 19-12, and go watch that if you didn't already, because truly it was really really entertaining game. Came down to the last play. A lot of storylines in there with Jalen Hurts having to step in for the injury to Gabe Pearman. Um, a ton of Cardinals on the Buccaneers. A bunch of other little fun parts in there, but truly was really fun.
Absolutely. And also Will Samuels, the rookie for the Cincinnati Bengals, of course, winning MVP right after Joe Burrow. Um,
Yeah.
and
The
offensive rookie of the year, of course.
yeah. Actually, I'm kind of curious since we started this franchise. So, since 2025, so it was Jalen Hurts back to back years, and then Broncos for Bo Nix, and then it was Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, which I kind of forgot he got in there one year, and then Burrow Samuels. I thought Burrow won it more than that, to be honest. I swear he
Yeah,
could have won it more than 3 times in that span. I thought he won it like 5, but fair. I mean, still that's impressive to do. I mean, he did still I think put up 5,000 yards majority of the time, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
he was like top 3 MVP every single year. I
Yeah,
don't think this
I
was.
think that like Mahomes' year, he just like had better touchdown interception ratio, and the yards were still good. Just like Burrow had just 5,000 and a bit more interceptions. But besides the point, let's talk about retirements. There's got to be some interesting ones here. We see on the right there's some. We'll start with my Cardinals. There's none. Let's go to your Giants. Only Jacob Monk, the backup center, or maybe he was starting. Was he starting
He was a back. No, he might have been starting intermittently, but
because your
he's not the starter
stinky O
right.
line was pretty bad on the left side? So,
Yeah,
but either way, not like a super important character to our franchises. But looking at the NFL as a whole, some names like Cam Taylor Britt, Deron Bland, Theo Johnson retires on the Titans.
oh,
Former Giants legend, had some solid games for you, solid seasons for you. Um, did I forget? Did he win the Super Bowl with the Browns? He did, right? He
I
was with
think
the
he did.
Browns,
He
yeah.
did.
So at
Yeah.
least he got a Super Bowl. Um,
CD Lamb
CD
here. You
Lamb's a
got
big one for the
yeah,
Seahawks.
K9,
Yeah,
Simpson,
why? I
AVT.
just realized he's on the Ravens along with Trey Benson, Trenton Simpson as well. Yeah, Elijah Vera Tucker, Omar Spates, Bills legend for you in real life.
There you go. The Bills' absolute legend.
Yeah, a
I
lot of
back to
Panthers here. We've talked about the Panthers a lot with like they've kind of gone through a cycle of bringing in older talent, having an older team, and being really good when they do that, but then they like suck the next year. Um,
yeah, no, it was definitely some interesting moves. Xavier
yeah,
Legate retiring after 9 years, a little early, I feel like.
yeah,
But
and then Ike Ekwonu as well, who I know in real life deals with some injury issues. Also, the
yeah,
Lions losing Tevin Jenkins and Penei Sewell, their right side of the line completely devoured there. Brees
Bull
Hall.
especially is going to be hard to
Oh yeah,
replace.
I mean yeah, he's one of the best. Um, it's also early. I think he was only 33 or 34, so he retired a little bit earlier than I expected. But Brees Hall retires with the Jets. He never got to escape, sadly. Um,
That's rough.
Jalen Waddle staying with the Dolphins retires. JOK retires as a Cowboy along with DeMarvion Overshown. Rasheed Rice retires after 10 years, probably because he got arrested for something. Two
Oh no.
Steelers retire a Brown, Pat Frymuth and Patrick Queen.
Austin Gardner retires a Bill. I didn't even know he was a Bill.
He was a
I guess he
free
got probably
agent.
signed after.
Yeah, he was one of
Yeah,
those
so
free agents that didn't get signed. Um,
oh,
yeah,
McFadden retires in free agency as well.
former Giants there. Joey Porter, Tavondre Sweat. Yaya Diaby's a big one for this franchise. He had some solid years. Brandon Ayuk also was a big touchdown guy. Jalen Thompson finally retires. He had a really long
Oh man,
career, 14
huge free
years.
agency one.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Spencer
Spencer Brown,
Brown.
Dexter
Oh
Lawrence.
wow, big sexy Dexy, potentially problematic, but
Yep.
he retires. Patrick Mahomes as a free agent retires. Derek Brown retires. It's kind of good though we're getting some of these guys cycled out because they were just sitting in free agency most years anyways.
We're gonna see Josh Allen, right? If there's no way he's still the dude,
Tutu
there's
Atwell,
no way.
Josh Palmer, T. Higgins, Darnell Washington, woman hater Harrison Butker. Tua finally retires. Cole Kmet, Isaiah Pacheco, Reek Woolen, Julian Love. Um, any other like? I mean,
Just Metellus, Julian
Daniel
Blackman, Cole Strange,
Falele.
Falele.
What a
Um,
legend he is.
he's
There's
Tyree
no
Wilson.
way Tatum Bethune. Shout out CJ.
No Andreessen? Oh no.
No, and guess what? There is not a Josh Allen retirement here.
Whoa, oh God. I
So
need this dude.
where is he? How old is he? How bad is he? Well, I can't
Is he
see on the
still in the
rosters.
league?
I think so. We'll have to look if he's in free agency when we get to that spot. But
Yeah.
um, for that, let's look at mock draft 4. Another defensive front heavy class, of course, following the trend. Um, Texans projected to take D tackle. A lot of picks that are
First
kind
10
of
picks are all D line. Yeah.
wow. Yeah, that's always fun. And Picasso Norwood still projected to go to the Jets, and with Brees Hall retiring, I think that's possible.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Especially if he is like really good, then it would make sense. See a strong safety going at 15. He I think is the guy that looks like no, it's a different one. He does look good. He might be also very good. Bob Youngblood, I think, was the guy. Yeah, he's the USC safety who is slow but a great run defender. He's probably going to be generational. A couple linemen, and then you see Tyson Henry projected to the Cardinals, who could make sense. Dylan Easley is under a contract year here, and we'll see if they get negotiations done with him. Probably not because they're under they're minus 9 million, I think, right now in cap space, so not great. Moving down to your Giants. Oh, but before we do that, we see Brandon Bishop, a first round projected quarterback who's a third to fourth round talent for the Chargers. Um, also Ben Gardner, the Falcons edge rusher projection, who's a first to second round projection, but he is a third to fourth round talent. Um,
Oh, good.
Same thing with Nate Brown, the Browns edge rusher projection, a third to fourth round talent. It's a interesting stretch there of guys.
I think teams are kind of trying to keep up with this arms race of young
I
defensive
guess
line talent,
so.
reaching
Over,
a little bit here.
yeah. And then yeah, Dylan Casper, maybe a what's
This
his
would
name?
not make
What was the
sense.
old Casper guy? I can't remember his name. The Raiders.
I don't know. I
Anyways,
don't.
but yeah, how do you feel about that?
I don't feel good about it at all.
Is it a Dave?
Widener's not under contract this year, at least. I think drafting a tight end too, like I don't know. I think first round guys need to be immediate starters or like that behind like veterans. I think Widener's under contract for a couple more years.
Yeah, that's very
Uh,
fair. But hey, you know what? Yeah, let's just say Dylan Casper is Dave Casper, the Raiders tight end, of the old. The Ghost was his nickname. Um, he could be, the grandson. Maybe he's got some history. Like he could be the next guy. Who knows? And then, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea, especially because
Widener,
they don't use
his
Widener
contract,
anyways.
right. His contract's coming up, so I could maybe understand if he's elite enough, maybe.
But
But I
interior
don't.
line's still a need, and there's a center who
Still
goes
such a need,
two picks
such
later.
a need.
And
Man,
you don't
so
want to see the Bucks draft an absolute stud again, a
they
pick or
already
two
did it.
after you, and he
Yeah.
looks really good. This center looks actually very good. He probably is worth the reach there. Um, but in between that, you see the Raiders looking at a quarterback. Obviously, Gabe Pearman got him to a Super Bowl, but wasn't exactly like extremely great or anything. And Jalen Hurts is regressing, but Deshaun Patrick's very weird because he looks like a pretty solid quarterback. Like his accuracies, but like he's a day 3 prospect in terms of talent, which is so interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. Um, but maybe he might have like a really good dev trait and just be low overall because of his like other stuff. I don't know. His like he doesn't look that bad. He doesn't look like a day 3 to me.
Yeah,
But
not sure about. Yeah, I'm not sure about that
like
projection, but
his accuracies, like he might be like a fourth, like top of the fourth overall, but that's like a low 70s type. I don't know. But either way, I don't know if if the Giants choose a tight end, I think that's just another really poor pick from Randy Peak because it's just been very questionable with his draft picks recently.
absolutely. And yeah, no, we'll see. Maybe he'll surprise us. Free agency, of course, is going to shake things up. Maybe we get a guy in free agency, but our cap's low. A lot of questions will probably be answered during that. But do you want to look at the coaching
Yes,
stuff?
yes, but before I look at that, I'm just seeing. I managed to scroll down and see some interesting pattern here from last season of a
Sure.
fullback for the Bills. Starting at week 4, because that's the earliest I can see. The Bills released Cade Fox in week 4, and they must have re signed him and then released him in week 5. They must have re signed him and released him in week 6.
Huh.
And that keeps happening every week that they had a game. It looks like they probably had a week 8 bye. They did it in week 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Um, and then they kept him for the rest of the year, I guess. And then they released him in the offseason. Maybe. Maybe not
Were
then.
they like manipulating his contract or something? What's happening
I
there?
think they're stupid. Which is why they got fired. I mean, Peter Gaffney and his crew got fired year 1. Also, Brendan Washington finally let go from the Dolphins
Brendan
as well.
Washington, I feel like didn't he just win a he just won a Super
He
Bowl with
did.
the I don't know about all that. That's really
It's
seems pretty harsh.
yeah, and then the Packers finally move on from Matt LaFleur, who was keeping that team kind of competitive, but this year was a down year after being a really good team. Um, their whole group's gone. D'Amico Ryan's back into the pool again with his group and from Commanders, and then the Texans lose Dan Campbell, Brian Schottenheimer, and the defense
Yikes.
coordinator. It's a lot more coaching releases here this season. Um, I feel like the one that does like I'm okay with most of these except for the Dolphins one because, like you said, the Dolphins won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. That seems like a
Yeah.
very big jump. Like you don't really see that ever. So
Technically, like they win a Super Bowl, then they have a bad season, and they instantly fire
sure,
him. It's literally what happened,
yeah,
which is crazy.
yeah. Like
It's
it's like they
crazy.
completely they're like, oh yeah, you won us a Super Bowl like the year prior, but we don't care. Uh, but like the rest of the ones, I don't really blame. Like Dan Campbell and D'Amico Ryans have been around the league multiple times, so LaFleur is probably just maybe time to just inconsistent, not able to fully bring that team to a Super Bowl. So maybe I think they just were ready to part ways. And then Peter Gaffney, I still don't think he should have been released from the Broncos, but he hasn't really brought the Bills to a contender level yet either. So I don't know. How do you feel about those?
I agree with again, Brendan Washington. That's he's getting done very dirty there. Gaffney, yeah, I don't think he should have left the Broncos. When it comes to the Bills, they're just not a great team, and then they get fired. I just don't like when coaches come in for a year and get fired, unless they like make things significantly worse, or like they somehow don't raise the ceiling even a little. The Bills
Yeah,
have just been bad many years. Like they went from the second worst team to still a bottom 10 team, but they went up a few spots. I don't know. I think you got to give these guys another year at
yeah,
least, and then
that's
of
fair.
course yeah, but is what it is. I think
Yeah,
Brendan Washington is a great coach, and he will go somewhere uh, that'll, hopefully realize his potential.
yeah. Um, and speaking of signing and stuff, I was just noticing. I was about to go look at the team salaries here, and I noticed the Cardinals must have had some money to get some deals done because they have re-signed a couple guys. They re-signed Joshua Ramos, the receiver. Um,
Oh,
they, I believe, re-signed Emmanuel Franklin, whoever that is, 82 overall corner. They re-signed Quan Wiggins, the linebacker. And the big one is they keep Nick Skillen in Arizona for
huge,
7 years,
huge.
$425 million total contract there. He's honestly contract wise like not like the most wildly expensive. Like it's it gets up to 73 million in 5 years, but like I don't know. I think there's worse quarterback contracts, but there are still also Dylan Easley did get a contract done as well. I
Wow.
noticed so. And he's getting like 30 a year. So I don't know where they got all that money from, but it must have been all those guys leaving prior.
How are you looking at this? I kind of want to see
Oh,
my own.
I was just looking at team salaries and just seeing the
Oh yeah,
remaining and kind of just seeing, hey, these guys weren't signed before from what I remember. But I will say, Cardinals will definitely not be able to re-sign. The big one, really the only notable one is Marvin Harrison Jr., longtime Cardinal. Uh, Looks like he's going to be heading to free agency. He's 93 overall, 31 years old, star dev. He's the fourth best receiver in the league, but
Yeah.
it seems
It
like they're parting ways. So
it looks like the only player that's been paid, getting an absolute bag, is JD Rose. He did get paid, so he's a 5-year Giant. Aside from that, though, yeah, no. So Mason Graham's going to be walking, and Drew Phillips again. Not, I think we talked about this last episode, so I won't go over it too much. And also
yeah,
Kinley and Knighton. I think we'll be okay. Trey Sanchez as well. Actually, that one kind of stings. So gonna be some needs, but not as bad as it has been for some
right.
years. A lot of depth.
It's
I'm gonna give this one to the Raiders. I do like this. I like that Raiders team. I think they're always sneaky. I don't know how they're gonna do against the Titans. Of course, I think they would eventually. They would go on to lose that, but this game, I think they can.
shout,
I
but
think they can do another one to the
thing
Browns.
passing.
But that
I
Browns
think we
team is
see
really
also
good,
the
so I
Dolphins
definitely
do
wouldn't
this again. They
doubt.
were
I think they
the
had a pretty good game last year as well, so it's a toss up. But I'll give the nod to the Raiders. Texans, Patriots. I also agree with the Texans pick. Patriots have been here so many times with Drake May, and they have just been Pittsburgh Steelering it up. They've just not gotten anywhere. So I'm gonna actually go. I'm gonna go with Houston as well for a second straight road playoff win, and then the Patriots taking on the Dolphins. Or sorry, no, the Broncos taking on the Dolphins. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Denver there. I do like what Denver has. I think they with their young guy, of course, who's not starting. Sorry, I forgot their bridge quarterback, but Tristan McDougal's not very good, of course. And the Broncos always have a pretty strong defense. So give me the Broncos over the Dolphins. It's from the NFC. I think the Saints are going to take care of business against Washington. Washington, Jaden Daniels is of course going to give it his all, but Jackson Dart and that Saints team are just going to be a little too strong for them to overcome. Vikings, Rams. I'm gonna lean with the. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I think the Rams. I think their whole situation with Scadaboo and a Burrow, and I think that offense can overcome a Vikings team, which is pretty good, but I don't think they have the high end talent to compete with LA. And lastly, of course, Cardinals, Niners. I'm going to go with the Arizona Cardinals. I think it would be very fun to see them take on the Giants, of course, in the playoffs, and either in the division or in the championship. But just purely from team wise, Anthony Richardson, is he going to be the guy to take them to another Super Bowl? I don't know. I don't think so. Give me Arizona.
Very fair. Very very fair. I will say I'm very annoyed by my Streamlabs right now because again, I noticed too late that it stopped recording. So it's going extremely
Uh,
well right now, extremely
where
smoothly.
when did that end?
Shout.
But no,
Well,
nothing passing.
we were
I think we see also
talking
the Dolphins
about
do
the
pretty solid
AFC
turnaround of the season.
standings. I did pick up whenever you were doing your predictions, but it's fine. We didn't. We missed the statistics, so let's just quickly. I'll just quickly, briefly go over this again.
Yeah.
Just very quickly. Ours aren't that important for the most part. I mean, Cardinals run game much better than last year. Skilling was fine. Receiving, okay. Paris Johnson's not good anymore. The young defensive linemen are still decent, and got some turnovers for the Giants. Parker Hunter is still pretty solid as well. Injuries for the running backs, but Snow, still efficient when he played. Receivers, John Coyle and Malik Neighbors still very good with some solid production from Alonzo. Defensively, the new superstar will linebacker leading the team with tackles. Mason Graham and Kinley making good for their new contracts. Abdul Carter down year, but still good. And then some picks, decent pick production. And Giants still look like a very good team. And then in terms of the grand scheme of the league, leader in everything always is the Will Samuels Bengals quarterback. Mitch Wilds heads to the Ravens for no reason and has a good year, and some other good years from other players, but nothing super wild. Rushing, Eric Neal leads the league in pretty much everything. Great year from Robinson, the former Cardinal. Receiving, obviously, Jamar Chase. If this loads, there we go. And I just skipped past it. But Jamar Chase, incredible year. Um, yeah, not much to say for him. But some other solid years. Walt Snead with the Ravens as well. Nice year. The lineman, Juan Morgan, former first round pick for the Commanders, is horrible. 28 sacks let up is brutal. Hunter Stringer leads the league in tackles. Rookie Forrest Randall for the Packers leads the league in TFLs. Jamie Costello with the D tackles there in Houston, 22 and a half sacks. 4 picks across the board for most people, and that's pretty much it. So I don't know why my recordings just keep doing this. I was trying to see if storage was an issue and certain things, but it doesn't look like it's that bad. I don't know. I do keep I was deleting some stuff, so I'm hoping maybe it's gonna be better, but it's very frustrating. So
Absolutely. It's okay. We're still getting the broad strokes, not the end of the world, I think.
yeah.
Hopefully, at least for whatever game we broadcast, that'd probably be the worst
Oh yeah.
for it to. So,
I'm just starting to delete all my old because they have like recordings saved in the app itself. So I'm just
mhm,
deleting a bunch of those except for the ones that we have from
you're
today.
good. Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, it's all good.
it's
Technical
very
difficulties happen. We've been pretty consistent otherwise, so
yeah,
we can be afforded a little bit of it.
yeah. I will say this year I think it's been the least interesting of all the years. Um,
Yeah, it's been pretty tame. Of course, as tame as it is going to be, there's always some surprising things. But
oh, absolutely. I mean,
yeah,
but let's look at mock draft 3 real quick before we move to the divisional. Eagles with the first pick in the draft. It's been a while for them. Um, and looking at an edge rusher possibly. Um, obviously a lot of the edges, D tackles. Um, just a ton of that. Where are a running back to the Bengals? Maybe we'll see. They don't run it ever, so probably not a good pick. Um, Quarterback to the Niners could be interesting. Bobby Hendricks replacing Anthony Richardson. Edge rusher projected for the Cardinals. That is a dumb pick because we just signed Brett Charles and we have another good
yeah,
edge rusher. Although maybe we're taking up the new strat of bringing in only edge rushers and D tackles. Um,
maybe.
and then the
The,
Giants
the
taking a
just
receiver. So
I like that. I like that.
hey, well, again, it's still early, so it could change. There's some
It's
D
gonna
tackles,
change, but
but there's
gonna
some D
hold.
tackles
Gonna
around.
hold.
But hey, yeah, I mean, hey, you haven't seen a receiver projected like in a while,
Since
so
John, well, projected, yeah, no, but haven't had a new young receiver since John Coyle. He's been,
yeah.
of course, the guy. So
And this Leonard Starks guy looks like an incredible athlete. I will say, elite
yeah,
to great
no,
speed and deep threat. Really, maybe
at six
filling in
foot
that.
one as well.
Yeah,
Looks very
filling in
good.
that Malik Neighbors role pretty well for him. Probably getting up there and maybe leaving in the next year or two. Who knows? But
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. I'm interested in how this goes. Let's see what the next divisional round holds here going into the divisionals. The Cardinals move on,
Okay,
24-17 win over the Niners. The Giants are going to be taking on the Commanders. Wow. Okay, I'll talk about the AFC real quick.
do
Um,
it.
so I was correct in my prediction, which was not recorded because Streamlabs. Browns do win 31-20 in the rematch of the wild card against the Raiders. Cole Marshall, a nice game. Much better than Pierman, who was horrible. Only sacked once, but he threw 2 picks, 45 completion percentage. Horrible game from him. Genty was incredible, though. 7 yards per carry, 84 yards, but Judkins was great as well. So it was just the quarterback battle. The Browns clearly won, and not much to say receiving wise, honestly. Defensively, Jazz McGee had the only TFL, and the Raiders D line, tried their hearts out, but they couldn't get it done. Pick from Costello, but a pick from Terrence Peake and Antoine Winfield again. Also, just winning the turnover battle is huge in these games.
Absolutely.
Barely difference in the time of possession, so just better quarterback play, and that really was all it needed to be. Another one which I was wrong about this time. Patriots beat the Texans 27 to
Yeah, we were
21.
both wrong on this one. We
Yeah,
thought Patriots they've been one and done for a while now, and
not this time.
Texans
Drake
go get
May
it.
with a good game and Stroud with not a horrible game, but not a great game either. Um, rushing the ball. Wow, Texans tried with Devon Conrad, former first round pick, 8.4 yards per carry and a touchdown, 101 yards, just not enough. Brian Weathers for the Patriots and RJ Gerard, a nice duo attempt there to get them enough to win. Bo Moorhead tried his heart out too, but Amon-Ra was there and was pretty good for the Patriots. Um, but defensively, the Patriots front was honestly very impressive today against the Texans, and the Texans weren't bad, but they just clearly weren't able to pressure May enough to get the win. And then Broncos doubled the Dolphins score, and I was correct in this one. And wow, Clay Tyson threw 13 passes in this game, but he did what he had to do and did it well. Oscar Browning tried fighting back in this one, sacked 4 times, threw a pick. Not horrible, but not great. Broncos ran it a ton, 32 carries. Nope, add another 5 in there, 37 across the board. Clay Tyson with 12 of them. Really inefficient run game, but they held the ball and the time a lot. Elliott Farr, former MVP of the Super Bowl, was not really able to get much going because they just didn't have the running abilities this game.
Mm-hmm.
And time of possession wasn't even that crazy different. They were just down, and Grant Snyder tried. Tristan McDougal, 2 big catches and a touchdown. Ridgeway had a solid game in the Dolphins' end, but grand scheme of
McDougal had an
things,
80-yard touchdown,
yeah,
I
very big
think.
one there, yeah. Um, Broncos defense was very good against the Dolphins, and that was really all it needed to be. Was that. So we'll see Titans, Broncos, Browns, Patriots. Let's move to your NFC side here.
So the NFC, starting off with the Saints and the Commanders, upset alerts. I thought New Orleans was handling Washington, but they
Me too.
said they're here to prove a point. Um,
Whoa. Also, time of possession. Saints had 7 more minutes and still lost.
Interesting. Still lost. No, Jaden Daniels came out here for the Commanders. 4 touchdowns to 1 pick, 70 completion percentage. Dart also played very efficiently. Of course, these are former NFC East rivals.
Yeah, there you go.
Um, and a fun little connection there. But ultimately, just Jaden Daniels did more. Of course, in the red zone being a threat, rushing wise, Marco Matias had a very nice game for the Saints, 5.2 a carry. Donovan Lett for the Commanders, also a pretty solid game. But ultimately was for naught. Nothing else really interesting in receiving. Holy moly, for receiving. Sean Long steps up, 3 touchdowns, 147 yards on 9 catches. Cliff Coleman tried to keep up. They just couldn't. J.R. Harold, the rookie out of Kent State, with a big impact in this game. A lot of young talent stepping in here for this Commanders receiving core. Keen Barrington, of course, a longtime player in the league. 61 catches and a touchdown in that losing effort. Very, very interesting stuff here. Over to defense. Quincy Riley leading in tackles, a couple of TFLs, 2 sacks for Daryl Carrington, who ends up being a big piece of this Commanders win. Sack also for Pat Haas, the left edge there for the Commanders. Saints also got in there a few times. Of course, Lewis Matias picking off Jaden Daniels once, but again, just didn't really matter. The Commanders just fired on all cylinders. It was a close game, high scoring, and JD walks away with the win and are headed to East Rutherford to take on the Giants. Rams, Vikings, we called this one, me and you, I think both
Yeah.
got this right. Rams absolutely slap the Vikings 22-3. Interesting score.
Yeah.
Um,
Looks like there was a
yeah,
safety in the fourth quarter for the Rams.
Yeah, JJ McCarthy was simply poop from a butt. 40 completion
Yeah.
percentage, 11 completions on 27 attempts, 125 yards. Did nothing. Just could do nothing against this Rams defense. Corey Burrell had a very clean game, did what he had to do, sacked 4 times. Scadaboo helped out in this win, 66 yards on 19 carries. Nate Hickman had an okay game, but just not really much production there. Matthew Northrup came in as a change of pace back to Scadaboo, did very solid. Burrell also got in there in the run. Malcolm Rainey still kicking here with the Rams, 72 yards and a touchdown. I feel like we haven't seen him like really at all. I think Shantavius Wilburn has really taken that wide receiver one
Definitely.
role
Definitely
for the
has.
Rams, but Rainey comes in with a big production here today. Also Jordan Castaneda. Of course, we're going to see a lot of Rams because JJ McCarthy could do quite literally nothing. Uh, in the passing game. So, yeah. Also, Puka Nakua is still a Ram. Gets a
Yeah.
touchdown in this one as well. So maybe he can win his first chip. Heading over to defense, Taylor Gaither leading in tackles for the Vikings. 4 TFLs for Isaiah Tatum.
Dang.
Crazy. Eric Shelby with 2 sacks. Minnesota was honestly pretty solid on defense. They only held to 22 points, but I mean, it's just you're not going to win many games. They've under 50 completion percentage. Yeah, no picks,
Yeah.
no nothing. It's just great coverage.
Yeah. It's brutal.
Very brutal. And lastly, your Arizona Cardinals take down the San Francisco 49ers, hosting them in Glendale. Skillen has a pretty solid game, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 183 yards. Just kind of did what he had to do. Certainly outplayed Richardson, only 137, a touchdown. It seems like your guys knew what they were doing here. They were able to take out the veteran. Um, they could not stop the run though. Emmett Dunn was
Oh God.
absolutely
That
torching Arizona.
that worries me deeply.
Boy, 7.5 a carry. I mean, that's some like player stats for the running backs.
Elliott Farr did that to us in the Super Bowl, and it hasn't
Elliott,
never been the same. The run
never
defense
been the
is
same.
built
But hey,
from
you know
above.
what? Aldridge is here and playing well too.
I hey,
5.1 a carry.
there you go. Love a white
Love
boy in the Cardinals dreads.
that
That's
white boy voice, but he's a running back and he's not
or
white boy
voice.
voice.
Yeah,
He's just white.
yeah. He's
Dr.
just
Lamos, 57 yards. Actually, nothing crazy here receiving wise. Oh no,
Aldridge.
Aldridge
What a
also chipping
game.
in 40 yards and a touchdown. He's your guy, huh? He
I
really
love him. Oh
is.
my God, Mike Morris, former Cardinal tight end, heading to. I forgot he was a
Oh,
Niner.
yeah. We mentioned it
We
briefly, and
did when he did sign, but
I that's a connection right there. And he, of course, faces his team in the losing effort
good.
for San Francisco. Good, of course. Kevin Lewis for the Cardinals. Your center gave up 2 sacks this
He's
game.
been
Not good.
not kind of.
But
He's been not great.
luckily, we're facing Jeff Glover, who did not play well, and in this company here, giving up a few sacks. Um, I got the sack. Speaking of Bryce Malone, 1.5 sacks. Brett Charles and Quan Wiggins having a pretty nice little game here with a sack each. Nothing too crazy else to speak of. No interceptions. No forced fumbles. So just a very clean win. Clean, honest win for the Cardinals. You win by a touchdown. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm worried. Obviously, the run game, especially going against Scattaboo here, is a little concerning. But hey,
Yeah.
this
This
team finds a way to win. Then
it is a fun little divisional pairings here. Yeah, Commanders, Giants, Rams, Cardinals. A little two divisional division games here. I
yeah.
like
There you
this.
go. So I guess let's just go back and forth on these this time because this is how they do it in the big leagues. Titans. Who do you taking? Titans
Who am I?
Broncos.
Who am I taking? Titans, Broncos. Give me Denver. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Tennessee. I think this is a good team, but look at this. I mean, this Denver team. I think they're getting after it. This is a team that's been to the Super Bowl recently. Plenty of talent, the young quarterback, and with you know who, Mister McDougal. I think it's
McDougal.
just McDougal. And I just like the Broncos there. What do you think?
I'm going back and forth in my head here. It's like I want to take the Titans, but again, yeah, I mean, I feel like that Broncos team is just too good. I think I'm going to take them too.
Okay. So I'll give you this next one here: the Browns and the Patriots. Of course, this one's getting played in Cleveland, 2nd seed and the 3 seed. All, by the way, all home game. Home teams won in the wild card for the AFC. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna bet against the Patriots again. I think the Browns team is just better, and I think that pass rush is much better than the Texans usually. Not this year maybe, but I think usually they're a much more fearsome group.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on this one as well. I like. Of course, I was expecting a Raiders upset just purely from maybe they're in their head kind of thing. But now that the Browns have proven themselves, maybe getting past that demon, I like Cleveland here. I actually quite like Cleveland, and the Patriots, of course, they get a nice win in the playoffs, but that was against a Texans team that was kind of not really proven, maybe just a little happy to be there kind of team. But
Yeah,
uh,
that's very fair.
it definitely could be a toss up. I can see it going both ways.
Yeah, let's move to your matchup here versus your division rivals, the Commanders. How do you think your Giants are gonna do? Do you think you're gonna take them here?
That would be pretty sad if the 7 seed division rival came in and pooped on our parade. I'm not betting against us. I'm betting the New York Giants are going back to the championship. The 1 seed, they have the momentum. They need to put it all together. O line's playing better than expected. I have to bet with the New York Giants. Commanders are sneaky though. How do you see this going?
Yeah, I mean, Jaden Daniels is really performing well here. Obviously, last week 4 touchdowns, great game for him. But I just I can't say that they're a good team all around like the Giants are, and especially with the amount of amount of effort they put into that defensive front and that horrible O line that gave up 70 sacks. I just
Yeah,
can't see the Jaden Daniels makes it
it
out of
would
there
be
alive.
probably. Yeah, I was about to say. Literally, I don't know how he's making out of it. They're alive. Good call though. Good call. So I'll present this one to you. You're taking on your division rival Los Angeles Rams, who did snuff out the Vikings in a pretty convincing fashion, heading to your home there in Arizona. How do you feel about this?
You know, this one, obviously, divisional games are never easy. Worried, obviously. Especially like I said, the run game worries me. The run defense hasn't been good really for a couple years now, but I gotta still stand by my guys. I do think that they find a way to win, especially in divisional games when they matter most. I'm gonna take the Cardinals, but obviously I'm still acknowledging the Rams are a good team, and I think they definitely have a shot.
Do you think we're going to see a Giants Cardinals championship?
I
Of course, we
I
will
would
watch
love to
that
see
if
it.
that happens.
I would love to see it
Yeah,
again. It
I
happened before.
I'd love to see it too, but we'll see how our predictions play out. Would you like to sim to the NFC Championship? All will be
Well,
revealed.
who did you pick? Are you picking the Rams or Cardinals?
Oh, sorry. I'm picking the. I'm going with the Cardinals as well. No, I'm behind you here. I'm gonna give you the nod. I think the Giants are the sorry the Rams are a good team. I just think the Cardinals have owned them for quite a little bit here. I feel like anytime they
Yeah,
match up,
that's
it's
fair.
just Cardinals. And so
I will say
I'm
both
I'm
teams dealing with injuries. I'm seeing 4 for the Cardinals, 5 for the Rams. So
interesting. The Giants did have a bye to rest up. They only have one guy out, so there's the left tackle, who of
mm,
course isn't really even a starter. So, yeah, I'm ready to see this championship. The Commanders are dealing with quite a bit of injury as well,
mm,
quite a few injuries. Jabari Teague and a few others.
okay. All
So
right. All
we'll see.
right. Let's see who's going
Moment of
to
truth.
the NFC and AFC championship games. It will be not the Cardinals and
Not the
not the
Giants.
Giants. Both losing by 5 to their division rivals. But let's look at the AFC
Uh,
first.
oh.
Broncos, like we said, absolutely manhandling the Titans. Clay Tyson this time passing it way more and very well. 3 touchdowns, 246 yards. Cam Ward, not a terrible game, but pick and definitely just didn't outplay Tyson. Run games for both teams really hit or miss, and not super involved. Tyson also ran it in on the ground, so 4 touchdown day for him. Receiving Huerta and Mason Taylor had solid days. Telfer as well, and Giles got a touchdown. So did Cantu, another tight end. Ton of tight end usage today. Um, and Amarius Mims giving up 2 sacks seems like that's just his thing, and whatever. That's fine. Titans' defensive line was pretty prevalent today. Obviously, Oladejo leading the group with 2 sacks, but it wasn't enough. Broncos got involved a little bit too with Decker with 1.5. Nakuba, who was a big free agent signing after the draft with a pick. Yeah, it was really just it was the quarterback play, in my opinion, there that was the big reason why the Broncos won.
Yeah.
Moving to the game we both got wrong, Patriots proving us wrong, and we're seeing a little bit more of a early 2010s matchup type of feel here. The Browns losing, we're going to see the Patriots Broncos, but Patriots do win by 5, 21-16. May with a nice game, 3 touchdowns, 200 yards on the dot. Cole Marshall had a struggling game, almost 300 yards, but threw a pick and 4 sacks on him. Only had 10 incompletions, but still just not able to help put the team in the end zone through the air. But both run games, once again, kind of up and down. Marshall did run it in, actually. It's the only one on the touchdown side of things for the Browns. But looking at receiving, Nasir Lambert tried his heart out. So did Estrada. But Kyle Williams and Connor Pritchett had solid days, both with 6-7 yards. Kill me.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, the Patriots just defensively absolutely dominated. 2 sacks for Sutherland. and half sack for Dishman and Zarike, Keegan Daly and Hansen. Yeah, they're a team effort there, but also the run defense from those guys were very good as well. Also had the pick from big man Dakota Drayton, who has a big boy face at 5'10", 197. Um, but yeah, I mean, Patriots just defensively shut down the Browns from doing much. Um, and Drake May was just a good player today. That's really all it needed to be. But how about the NFC side? Two heartbreaking losses for our teams. But let's talk about yours
Yeah,
first.
let's talk about it. So Washington comes in
Dude, how are they doing
and
this?
handles New
15
York's
minutes
close.
time of. Do you see the time of possession?
Wait, let me see. Hold on.
15 minutes towards the Giants, and they did this to the Saints too.
Wow.
The Commanders are doing
Um,
so good with little time. It's
no
crazy.
clue. They're just finding a way. Jaden Daniels is putting it all together in year 9, making an insane playoff run. Outplays Parker Hunter, who doesn't have a terrible game. 56 completion percentage is not good. That Commanders defense is doing a bit of lifting there. But I mean, obviously in this game, not last game, but Jaden Daniels just handles business. Taking 4 sacks doesn't matter. Cameron Snow has a nice game, 82 yards, 1
Yeah.
touchdown. A very nice
So
game
did
for
Malone.
Snow. Malone also came in.
Hunter
This
too.
could have been a Hunter getting involved in the run. This would have been a fun team to watch. Making a run. Jaden Daniels is gonna put a dagger through their division rivals' hearts. John Coyle has a nice game, but Sean Long
Oh God.
again. Jaden Daniels to Sean Long. Gotta watch this matchup if this team goes to the
That's
championship.
all they need. It's all they need
This
on
is all
offense.
they need. It does not matter. And Eduardo Alonso has a good game. Doesn't matter. Neighbors has a good game. It doesn't matter. They just need fucking Sean Long and Nick Chavez to come out here and ball out.
Oh yeah.
Uh, let's go to defense. Get right to
Jeez.
defense. James Williams Sr., the leading tackler, an actual real player, which is kind of starting to get rare to see. Eric Shields with 2 sacks. He's getting after it. Dual Carter with a sack, getting after it. Damone Kinley and Mason Graham getting a sack. They came in and got a few sacks. Of course, the Commanders got some sacks as well. No picks this game. It was just low scoring, 3 deflections for the Commanders players. Just man, that's a hard one to swallow.
Yeah.
16 points on the game. And Parker Hunter didn't play well enough. He didn't play
Yeah.
well enough. That's tough.
It's especially tough whenever you just look at the overall stats of the 10 more first downs. You had
Oh, well over 100 more yards.
100 more yards. Yeah, I mean, more
Uh,
third down, 5 more third down conversions.
literally the
It's
only arrow they have is 11. They have more punt return yards, 11
yeah,
to 0.
yeah,
Every bit
18 minutes, 18, almost 18, 15 minutes
brutal.
more. It's crazy. I don't know how they keep doing it, but the Commanders just are
Giants
so
just
efficient with their
It
time.
looks like the Giants just kept taking field goals, and the
Yeah,
Commanders are putting it in the end zone. That's gonna seal it.
yeah. So
Brutal.
it's very interesting matchups. Neither of the top teams gonna be making it on either side. So we have a
So
4 seed battle:
let's talk about your
Patriots,
Cardinals game.
Rams,
Your
Broncos.
Cardinals.
Yeah, I didn't want to get to that, but yeah, let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it. The Rams they did do pretty well on their
Yeah,
offensive stuff. You did have a 2 turnover for the Cardinals. Pretty even possession battle, but let's get into it. Nick Skillen had a solid game. 3 touchdowns, no picks, took 3 sacks. Honestly, did pretty well. Pretty comparable. Corey Burrell did have a very good game. Um, yeah, definitely had a very nice game in the air. 1 less touchdown, but over 70 yards more. Cam Scadaboo might be a big reason as to why you're going home today.
yeah.
5.3 carry, 779 yards. Noah Aldridge had an okay performance. 3.7 is not great, but I don't, that's rough. But Marvin Harrison fumbled.
So did
I think that
Puka.
was their turnover. So did Puka, but I think they might have recovered that because they said
That's
only there was
true.
1 turnover. There's only 1 turnover, and it said
Brutal,
Marv was the guy.
brutal.
Receiving wise, Shantavius Wilbin coming in, having a nice game. Puka Nakua, the veteran, has a nice game as well. Trey McBride did give a nice effort here in his
Oh my
maybe one of his
goodness.
last games as an Arizona
Yeah,
Cardinal.
Josh
Marvin
Ramos too.
Harrison, having a nice performance
Few
as well, but
touchdowns, but yeah.
and then
Oh my God, Paris Johnson, please. What are you doing?
let's see. Oh yeah, wow, yikes. 2 sacks given up. Let's get into that. Joey Wilkins, leading tackler for the Rams. Josiah Stewart with 2 TFLs. Jordan Felix, picking on Paris Johnson with 1.5 sacks. Of course, there was plenty of picking on as well on the right side with Josiah Stewart and company. They honestly didn't get to you too much, but enough to matter. Arizona also got in the backfield a couple of times as expected. No interceptions. I think that one turnover really did kill things, and of course they just handled the ball safer. They got down the field and took care of opportunities more. And how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it was close, obviously, and it was exactly how I thought we would have lost if we were going to lose, which was a good run performance. But honestly, yeah, I mean, all around the Rams played a good game. You know, it was a good team win for them. Cardinals had a good team game as well, fought hard, just wasn't able to get as good of a run game going, and just couldn't defensively change the game enough. And I
Yeah.
think that was notable because we were talking about the sparks of the Cardinals team earlier, and they just didn't. You know, they had some turnovers in the season, but it just there was no spark there,
Mhm.
unfortunately. So this is a weird Super Bowl matchup that could happen here. For any of these teams, honestly, I don't know. I feel like, to me, just going with the AFC, I think I'm gonna go against the Patriots one more time here. It's Broncos have looked dominant in their wins, winning by
Yeah, the
14.
Patriots have kind of snuck away with these games, it feels like.
Yeah, I think the Patriots are a solid team. They're proving me wrong. I'll give them that. But I do think the Broncos are just a really good team, well rounded. Um, I can't go against them.
Uh, I I I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna fan the flames with you here, and pick the Denver Broncos to go to another Super Bowl. Of course, they have not been back in what I think 3 years at this point since their trip against the Niners, which of course didn't end the way they wanted to. So maybe a little bit of redemption. Of course, situation's different now at quarterback and such, but we'll see. Maybe the Patriots will sneak one more away and go right back to the Super Bowl. As for the NFC, um, I don't know, 6 and 7 seed, of course, facing off the two lowest seeds in
Fine.
the NFL and our division rivals. Maybe this is a new version of the Giants, Cardinals, but of course same divisions but
It's a
different teams.
different universe reality of
Different
us.
but Corey Burrell and JD5
Yeah.
head to head. I They took down the Giant. I don't know. I'm going the Washington Commanders with a 7 seed Mickey Mouse run to make the Super
Oh,
Bowl. What do you think?
it's so tough because honestly, I still think the Rams are like the more complete team than the
Hmm.
Commanders. But I've seen the magic here with the Commanders. I don't know how they're doing it with the time of possession. They've just managed to be able to win games with only a little over 20 minutes of possession. I think I'm going to go with them because JD5 has been playing maybe the best football of his career since his
And
rookie
not to
year.
mention Sean Long, of
Him
course,
and
looking
Sean Long.
looking awesome.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's all they need. Like I said, Sean
all they
Long.
need.
Yeah,
So we're
it's
both thinking it's going to be a Broncos Commanders
I
Super Bowl.
think so, but I think
Could be dead wrong.
I mean, yeah, I would hate to see Rams Patriots for a third time in Super Bowl history, but I do think the Rams honestly could beat the Commanders very easily. They're better on paper, but I can't get away from that magic.
Okay. Well, this is a fun one. Let's see how it
Contract
shakes out.
extended, by the way, so Cardinals will
Good job. Same. Brady
nice.
Pete's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
Slimer's not
until
going
we get
anywhere.
fired for going 0-17 next year. All right, Super Bowl, whatever Super Bowl this is at this point. We will see the Rams and the Broncos as we both
Ooh.
didn't expect, but we did expect the
Yep.
Patriots to lose in bad fashion, and the Rams did beat the Commanders pretty easily. I'll talk about the Broncos, I guess.
Good.
33-14 win. I mean, yeah, just completely dominated. Uh, had good time possession battle there, 11 more minutes, and just outgained them offensively. Tyson, again, one of those games where he didn't have to throw it a ton, but he threw it efficiently. 2 touchdowns, 143 yards. May sacked
Ooh,
7 times.
sacks times. Jesus.
Yeah, he honestly wasn't bad. Threw a pick, but like other than that, 72 completion percentage. But yeah, sacked 7 times.
Oh.
Clay Tyson sacked zero. Absolutely a big
Wait.
reason why.
Oh.
Rushing, Matt Wright also. Wow, what a dominant performance for him. 23 carries, 149 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And the Broncos really just, ran the ball well with everybody today. Tyson Sampson as well. Harper got involved with a touchdown too. Patriots didn't really run the ball well at all when they had to. And, through the air, Amon-Ra was a big performer today, but Tristan McDougald had a nice 56-yarder, again, kind of filling a Rashid Shaheed role in this offense, weirdly enough. Marlon Giles got a touchdown too, but yeah, I mean this Patriots O line, yeah, they got beat badly. They got beat really badly today. Um, 3.5 sacks for former Steeler Derek Harmon. Corey Bradley 1.5, a sack for Jimmy Decker, a half sack for Mays and Ward. Yeah, incredible performance from this defense, and this is exactly the type of defense we've been seeing continuously in the Super Bowls. And a pick for Surtain, obviously longtime veteran here, staying with his team, trying to finally win a Super Bowl. And yeah, I mean the Patriots got outplayed in pretty much every facet. Um, and let's talk about this game here: the Rams and Commanders.
Rams Commanders. So yeah, that streak, that's a crazy run, seems to run out. Unfortunately for Washington, the Rams also did have a run. I mean, 6 seeds, not easy to make
No,
it out of there, but they do it. And yeah, so time of possession. The Commanders win the time of
of
possession battle and
course
lose. So
they.
I think if they lost
Yeah,
the time of possession battle, they would have won. But passing wise, Jaden Daniels didn't have a terrible game. One pick isn't gonna do great. 56 completion percentage. Burrow only at 55 as well. Not a great passing day for either. But Burrow was safer with the football and had more yards. Quite simply, he did get sacked in extra time, but I think that pick offsets that by quite a bit. I think Burrow was the better quarterback, and Scatterboo was the better running back. 72 yards on a 4.5 a carry. Yeah, Donovan Lett just couldn't get things going. JD trying to get involved in the run game, of course, and Sheldon Bonds 2.9 a carry on 7 carries isn't going to do much for you. Burrow also had a rushing touchdown, so shout out to him. Shantavius Wilburn is proving to be all knowing, and for some reason, yeah, Sean Long just did not get involved. He did get a touchdown, but wasn't the
mm,
same 100+ yards, multiple touchdown guy he was the last 2 games. And Wilburn and Rainey, the two receivers, able to outplay the Commanders here. J.R. Harold tried to step up, didn't really matter. Take a look at the defense. Talano Hufunga is as a commander. I don't remember if we saw this or not, but
we did. I think that
he's
was last year. I think we
might
mentioned it, but it was brief.
yeah. Actually not much in terms of sacks. Only one for Briscoe and one for Carrington. The one pick was Deontay Fletcher, the Colorado corner, with a big interception there, and yeah, so yeah, definitely just a convincing win for the Rams. Their defense played really well. Broncos defense also played super well, I must say. That's definitely going to be interesting to see this
Yeah.
Broncos Rams showdown.
I will say this is probably the most exciting option between the all the options we had available in the championship round. So I'm hoping for a good game here because I do think these two teams are good. Let's take a look at the Pro Bowl roster though. Parker Hunter is QB1 on the
Nice.
NFC side. You see Jackson Dart QB2 and then AR-15 as QB3. Of course, Marcus Robinson gets a nod there in the NFC side, former Cardinal. Really just looking for any notable Cardinals Giants of any time period. John Quayle, right? His name is John, right?
John
Okay,
Coyle.
John Quayle, yeah, number 2 receiver behind Schwartz. There you go. He's been really consistent for pretty much his entire career. Um, you can see who else is here. Really, you know,
There's Johnson.
Paris didn't deserve
Finnegan. You
it.
have some offensive linemen on here.
Finnegan, sure, okay. Tevin Lewis, who also gave up 8 sacks, not great. I mean, Boston, your right guard there.
Yep. And Wilkins,
And
another. He's been
if we
one of
combined our two O lines, we would have a great O
he
line.
would have a if we combined our teams, he probably would be Super Bowl
We'd probably
perennial.
go 5-12, knowing Madden.
Yeah,
Unless we
true.
use the Bengals playbook, and then John Quill is going to put up 2,000 yards, and
And then we'll still miss the playoffs.
we'll still miss the playoffs because for some reason Abdul Carter only gets 2 sacks.
Joe
Um,
Carter and Dylan Easley just get
yeah,
like 5 sacks combined.
yeah. Brett Charles
Oh,
does make
Charles. Yeah.
make this time. That's nice to see. Um,
Dante Frost.
no Giants at all in the defensive
Yeah.
front. I think that's a first.
Quiet. No
in a while.
Quintana. Oh, in terms of the D line, yeah, no.
Yeah,
That definitely wasn't everybody contributing, but no one big player for sure. That
yeah.
was interesting to
Former
see.
Cardinal Cody Simon, but you do see your new Will linebacker Quintana. Nice year for him.
Hmm.
Um,
Nice, nice.
and Will
Will
Johnson, who
Johnson.
had 4 picks, he gets in there barely. JD Rose, your free safety. There you go.
Yep, yep.
Um, outside of that, I mean, I mean, we see Max Speed McKee is the kick
Like,
returner, but
yeah.
he got picked up somewhere. But yeah, I mean, not a ton of Pro Bowlers for either squad. So
Mhm.
I think gone are the days of our teams really dominating in multiple
I'm,
positions.
well, oh yeah, in terms of stats, probably, but we're still competitive playoff teams.
Absolutely, yeah,
It's fun to see
definitely.
that.
But let's go ahead and advance, and we'll look at some yearly awards. I will say, I think whatever I did fixed the issue,
Good.
because we're 40 minutes with no
Amazing.
issues. But let's look at the yearly awards. MVP, shocker, Will Samuels. But look at you, number two, Parker Hunter.
Poor Garner was so close.
I don't honestly
Oh
though. I
man.
don't think he was. It's a really big gap
Well,
between one and two
yeah,
because Will
true.
Samuels is,
Yeah,
although
Will
they look
Samuels is
alike.
king.
So if you just
They
like cover
do.
up
They
the
do.
logos and the names, you could maybe pretend that Parker Hunter
If
is
they're
the
just
guy.
like different players for sure. Oh, I
Yeah.
agree.
Mitch
Um,
Wild's on the Ravens. Fuck you,
damn it.
man.
CJ
Fuck you.
Stroud coming in here with a
Yeah,
career
I mean,
receiver.
hey, Dante
Anthony
Jeffries.
Richardson's fifth. Dante Jeffries, I wish he was in the chat, bro. I
Yeah.
want to see him do something. The
He
howitzer,
needs
bro.
he needs to go to
Uh,
the Saints and take over Jackson Deshart's job. And then he can bring fucking Tristan McDougal back and they
oh
can
yeah.
win.
Coach of the
Um
year, John Grant. They've been consistent
yeah,
with Grant,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
he's been here a few times.
Yeah. Brian
Definitely,
Callahan's been up here too a lot.
definitely.
Uh
Randy Peake at 3. Shout
yeah.
out to him. Vrabel still
You
kicking for the
know,
Patriots, of course.
damn, I keep getting snubbed. Keep getting snubbed on the back end. I don't think I should be like top, but like I should be like in the bottom parts here.
Uh, I agree. Ben Johnson, one of the better coaching signings, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
from the
definitely.
shakeups. Been here with the Raiders for a while. Very,
Yeah.
very good for
The
them.
Anderson brothers, Ricky and Mark at the bottom.
Oh yeah, Ricky Anderson, Mark Anderson, of course. Very
Um
Mark Anderson has been a Patriot for a while, I'm sure.
yeah.
Uh,
Let's look quickly for the
and
AFC, I guess. Yeah,
yeah.
Jamar Chase, who would have thought the Offense Player of the Year, Defense Player of the Year?
Mhm.
Clyde Grant had a 20 sack plus. Really? I guess he had more TFLs. Costello was really good in the sack production, didn't have the TFL production, I guess. So Grant was just
Mhm.
a better player overall.
But positionally, honestly, I mean,
I don't know. It's tough,
I don't
though.
know.
It's tough to say. Brackens, Offense Rookie of the Year for the Bills. Defense Rookie of the Year goes to Jason Donnell. I don't know what position he plays.
I don't
Probably.
mean to backtrack, but Walter Nolan at 4 for the
I did see that, but you know,
Savage Island.
gone are the days to mention AFC teams. Best QB Will Samuels, best running back Ashton Genty, best receiver Jamar Chase, best O lineman Quinn Miners. As I said, should have gotten it because he is
Mhm.
great.
Yep. Good shout. Good shout.
Clyde Grant, best D lineman, best linebacker Trey Sanchez.
Ooh.
Wait.
What?
Which
What?
one? Which
What?
one? Wait, which one is yours? Wait, I think
I
yours
think
is
I
the
think
Ravens
mine's
one.
I think I think so.
So
I think so
your
too.
so which one made the Pro Bowl? It's probably the Raiders one.
Oh my god, it's just so confusing. God damn it. Why are they both named Trey Sanchez and both playing linebacker? What the
And
hell,
both
man?
playing, and they're both
What are the
good.
chances? And they're both really good. They're both the top 2 linebackers in the AFC. That's so specific.
Yeah,
What the
okay. And they're
hell?
both on teams that start with an A, an R, A, and then end with an S.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, anyways, Braxton Brockers, best DB, and best kicker goes to Nicholas Lilly, whoever that is. Moving to the NFC, Pete Schwartz.
Oh,
I don't
wow,
know if,
that's
yeah,
interesting.
it's a
I guess
nice
his
one for him.
touchdowns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There you go. See some other names. Parker Hunter, your guy at 4.
Mhm. On
John
Coyle at
Coyle at
6.
6. Nice. Couple Saints in here. Too bad they didn't
Marcus
make this.
Robinson
Sean
sneaking in
Long.
at 10.
I love Marcus
On
Robinson. I wish, honestly, I if I had to change one thing I did in my last season, I would have not re-signed Trey Benson so that Marcus Robinson had his whole time,
Mhm.
and he may have been able to be re-signed, but no, it's okay. Jalen
Uh,
Walker, Defensive Player of the Year. Um, Brett
Brett
Charles.
Charles.
Wow. I guess the NFC side wasn't as strong this year. I feel like, yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
defensive line wise, yeah, I feel like it's flipped.
yeah,
NFC was stronger for defensive line for a
yeah,
while, but now it's
definitely.
AFC for sure.
But I mean, I'll take Brett Charles at 2. Um, outside of that, no one, none of our guys at least. Offensive rookie of the year, Rashad Smith. I don't know what position he is, but receiver maybe. I don't know.
William
Um,
Banks at 3 is terrible, crazy because he was
well,
not.
it's because he started. That's all they needed.
He started, yeah, I guess to be fair, not many of these guys are probably starting
He also
nowadays.
had 27 touchdowns, I think. So that
He,
something.
yeah, well,
Javier Goodwill, my third running back who played a little bit, was in there. Defense rookie of the year goes to the 2022 TFL's Haver, Forrest Randall. Yeah, he is a really good run defender. And I get Casey Boss. I don't know who he is, but I think maybe a D tackle. And you don't get anyone there because your drafting is horrible for some reason. I don't understand. Anthony Richardson wins best QB over Parker Hunter. That's brutal.
oh, that's brutal. Oh man, wow, that's funny.
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
that's great stuff right there. Skillen does get in there at 8. I'll take it. Best running back Mark Matthias. The Matthias family has really run deep into this NFL.
Yeah,
Uh,
a lot of insane kids that are crazy at football.
yeah, they've built like a legacy here in this league now. They're gonna have to call it the MFL, the Matthias Football League, in maybe in 10 years. It's gonna be only them. Marcus Robinson at 3, love to see that for him. Also Scadaboo still in there. Noah Aldridge at 9, and no Giants due to the injury to Snow.
Yep.
But still solid year for him. Schwartz at 1 for receiver. Coyle at 3. There you go. Some love for him. And no one else. O line, Jimmy Youngblood. The Youngblood family is also starting to kind of get involved too. Wyatt
Oh,
Boston at
yeah.
2.
There you go. Shout out Boston. He's holding it down.
He's carrying that line to being a decent unit. No Cardinals. Do you see Jalen Walker winning over Brett Charles? Unfortunately, but makes sense. And then that's it. Best linebacker Castillo for the Falcons. Hunter Stringer, man, he's a legend.
Yeah, no, he's a boss, man.
Man, 2 former Cardinals back to back, Cody Simon, Zeke Teague, Quan Wiggins as well, actual Cardinal, and then now Quintana there at 10,
I love
Giants.
that. Love that.
Nice, and then Will Johnson, best
Oh,
DB, man, shout out. Uh, Emmanuel Franklin at 4
you got a
too.
nice little
Hey,
secondary here, and you also had Hearns at 10.
oh
JD
yeah,
Rose getting there at 6. Love
nice,
that.
nice, nice. And best kicker goes to Reinhardt, hammer down, as they say.
Emma
Um, Gregory McCain, Cardinals kicker, who's going to be there for a year. Evan McPherson's a Giant. Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
I remember you signing. I remember you saying that at the start. The
Oh,
Giant.
well, I didn't. Yeah, I don't even remember that, but that's fair. All right. Well,
You wanna
very
maybe?
interesting.
Oh, good. No, 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 good.
No, go ahead. I was just saying very
I
interesting.
just, yeah, I just had I thought maybe, of course, whatever team we're gonna commentate, we should walk through the team, of course, because we need
Oh,
to remember the
yes.
players on the
Yes.
on the team we
No, I
commentate.
agree. Yesterday
Uh,
was because you had to go get food or something, I believe.
True, I did miss quite a bit of that, so I'm
Um,
here for now. So
Yeah, I'm just taking a look. I'm interested to see if anyone got any dev upgrades on my team. Will Johnson's back up to X Factor, so shout out. Dylan Easley's
yes.
down the star. That's brutal. Charles down the star, superstar. That's brutal. Yeah, my team's getting a little bit stinky.
Not great. Well, Giants looking pretty solid still on offense. Why Boston is a superstar, so he's an elevated. He's truly probably the best lineman we have right now. Of course, Bobby Wilkins is also really really good. And Cameron Snow Malone still superstar running backs can move to defensive line. This Rudolph guy, Devin Rudolph is a superstar. Not sure quite where he fit in, but he ends up being a superstar there. Backup linebacker, JD Rose is still X Factor, and nothing really else. Of course, Gardner is an 80 overall hidden dev and hasn't seen fucking anything. So, very fun. And
Yeah,
Terrell Collars did fall. Of course, now that he's a starter, he's not a superstar anymore. Very funny. That's about it.
nice, nice. Which we'll decide now. Which Jesus,
Hmm.
why is this
Do
on
you
there?
do you wanna do the voiceover for your division rival or
I mean, I'm cool either way, but I definitely think that would make sense probably if we want
go
to do
ahead?
that. I'm just trying to actually like, it's not letting me invite my friends list. Can you try inviting? I'll tell you the.
Sure, I got you. I will say really quick though, I think maybe the Broncos might be worth taking over for that because I think the Broncos are
Yeah, I was gonna
maybe.
say I think they're more set up
Um,
for another Super Bowl.
Absolutely. No, not create new league. What am I doing? Like
Bros,
I backed out for some reason. I backed out to the
crazy.
invite menu, thinking I invite you there. Even though that's just where you receive invites, and I'm being a dummy.
Yes, you are.
Um,
That's okay. We all do it.
okay. Yeah, yeah. You don't record, Mister Record Boy. So
Well, it records now. I'm on 15 minutes, so how about that? Might as well fucking. I don't know. All
here,
right, you ready for
give me
my
the
name?
tag. Give me your game tag.
It's Blase
Yeah, I remember Blaze Bowl. Let me do that real
Bull.
quick, and then the numbers.
You ready for the numbers?
Ready for the numbers?
291
Yep.
235.
291 235. 235. Invite sent.
Cool. I don't know why it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, it wouldn't let me invite by my friends list for some reason, but I also didn't want to have to go back and forth looking at it, so we'll take it. Alrighty. So we will take over the Broncos because yes, they do look very good. I will say, um, 8 X factors on this team is insanity. Uh, we're only gonna see 3 of them on each side. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Patrick Bailey, what a signing for them as a coach.
Yeah, no, he was up there also in Coach of the Year
Yeah,
conversation,
Peter
rightfully so. He was
Gaffney.
definitely.
Peter Gaffney. Maybe was a good time for him to go. And they just
Yeah, they brought in first Clay Tyson and well, they drafted the. Didn't they draft a quarterback? No, no, I'm lying. I'm lying to you. They brought in a young guy. I was thinking of
yes,
the Parker Peterman, the
and
guy
then
they.
they didn't start him.
Yeah, no, and then they started Clay Tyson, who they
Yeah.
got in I think post draft free agency.
Yes, they did. But the Super Bowl was in Tampa Bay. Could have Tampa Bay really fumbled the ball there on trying to get Super Bowl back in their stadium again. But looking just at the two teams overall, Rams 89 overall, 89 offense, 91 defense. Broncos 89 overall, 88 offense, 92 defense. So very similar um, in that regard. But let's take a look. I'll start with. Do you want to start with the
Rams.
Broncos, or I'll start with the
Uh,
Rams?
you start with the Rams. You get it.
So, looking at this Rams team, we've kept in touch on this team a little bit because they're in my division plus some scattaboo.
Fun little storyline. I think isn't Corey Burrell the first quarterback ever taken in a draft in
He
this league?
is, yes, former first overall pick for the Rams. And unlike other teams, they actually kept, oh, no, sixth overall pick, but, same thing. Unlike other quarterbacks in the league who've been taken highly, he stuck around even through some rough years and some really good ones. He stuck around, and he's finally in a Super Bowl, and he's pretty solid. 91 overall, playing up to a 96. Superstar dev now. Uh, it'll be fun to see him play finally. Not just like playing against him. Scattaboo also still very good. Obviously 31 years old, kind of on the decline. He's playing up to a 96. He's a where's number 38, which is gross, but he's pretty solid still. X Factor, still very good. On Northrup, the backup is a nice change of pace guy, 94 speed. Um, they do have a fullback, but receiver Puka is actually still the best overall, 92 overall, but he doesn't really play like it. He's a star dev because Wilbin is an 87 playing up to a 91, 6'5", big receiver, and just really good X Factor, physical receiver. And then Malcolm Rainey's more of that deep threat 98 speed. They have a really, honestly, perfect receiver group. You have that big physical receiver, you have that deep threat speedster, and then you have a slot receiver in Puka now who has the run after catch ability. That's a fun
Yeah,
receiver trio.
really. Yeah, really nice.
Also, Colson Loveland, who's that safety blanket that can turn things upfield if he needs to. Superstar dev tight end, playing up to a 91. Malcolm Hoffman, former first round pick, really hasn't developed extremely well, but he's still here. 83 overall, playing up to at year 28. Tyler Walker, though, superstar dev left guard, playing up to a 90. Center is going to be a spot to really keep an eye on. 75 overall, Anthony Colon. Not great, so could be a place of contention there. Same thing with right guard. Obviously, Nathan Judge, the rookie superstar dev, has promise, but he's 76 overall right now. So not
Yeah,
not
a lot of
great
room for him
yet.
to grow, but
Yes.
yeah,
And the right side of the line continues to show some potential place for the Broncos to take advantage of. Jared Fordham, 77 overall. Not bad, but again, weaker, especially with a good defensive front for the Broncos. Speaking of defensive fronts, we have an injury for Jordan Felix, the 87 overall edge rusher. So we will see Tyson Rush or probably more likely Carlos Chapman, the rookie, 77 overall, playing there. And then also Josiah Stewart, who's an 81. So honestly, edge rushers here, not great, but the D
yeah, probably
tackles
one
are
of the
where,
weakest edges. Oh,
yeah, the D tackles
okay,
are
yeah,
where we talk about here. RJ Briscoe is incredible, 96 overall X Factor. He's really good. Leo Fife is hurt. Superstar to have D tackle, but they do still have another X Factor, Callum Wilkins. Two very just crazy athletes, like crazy athletes there at the D tackle position. Also Noah Turner, another superstar D tackle. What are they pumping out here in their interior line group, man?
wow, yeah,
They're
making up for the edge
crazy.
deficiency, definitely.
Absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they run out a five, 5 down lineman to get these D tackles on the field, but that's a really good D tackle group. Looking at the linebackers, Demarius Kilgore at Sam's pretty solid. Jerry Wilkins, very good, up to a 91. And Chad Teal's a nice backup. Sal Gomez, Will, pretty good. And they also have an X Factor, Morgan Saunders, rookie. Wow. Will linebacker. What a pickup that was. Corners, no more Montrell Watt. He's a Steeler, but they do have Ron Kincaid, who's filling in nicely, 89 overall. Fletcher is an 86, pretty solid. And Jonathan Murray, 83. Not a bad group there. Cameron Kitchens at free safety, and Don Colvin, the superstar, 90 overall safety. Will Reichard's the kicker. Brenton Landry is a punter. Um, so an interesting group for sure. I do think this Rams team looks pretty good, but definitely has a weak spot there in that offensive line and in the edge group. But let's take a look at the Broncos team and how they
Yeah,
compare.
all right. So Denver Broncos. Let's go ahead and start with the quarterback position. Clay Tyson, the plug-in quarterback from San Diego State. Of course, they picked up Parker Peterman initially, the one we initially saw in free agency. But of course, that I don't think that was picked up. But still, young guy. He's developed actually, I think a little bit even since he was picked up. But they picked up Clay Tyson after the draft, and they've been rocking with him, and it's gotten them to this point. He seems solid, not as elite I think as a Burrow, but serviceable quarterback play. Um, it's going to running back. Matt Wright has developed very well, and will provide some stability at running back, as well as Dylan Sampson, who's been a pretty
He
solid.
was he was a big factor in that game against the Niners. See, we saw him a lot with those screens.
Oh yeah, his screen production's been very good. So maybe we'll see more of that innovative play calling hit the field. They have a superstar fullback, Ben Barron.
Oh, nice. He's
That's
probably
it's
best
fun
in
to
the
note.
league, realistically.
Mentioned there. Yeah, probably one of the best in the league at least. And then receiver, this is where we need to talk.
Oof.
Tristan McDougald, absolute stud. He's just a game changer for any team he's on. You want this guy on your team, no matter what,
Yeah,
like, who you are, really.
I'm
One of
excited
the
to
probably
watch
one of the
him.
top three receiver in the league at least. That might even be doing him dirty. Oscar Huerta, of course, at wide receiver two, and Marvin Mims still kicking here in Denver. Though we might see Jose Gibson over him, being younger and a little higher without morale, but maybe Mims will see the field a little bit as well. Tight end Marlon Giles, absolute stud of a tight end, one of the best in the league since he was drafted. Denver's absolutely got a stud there. Left tackle Deion Barker, superstar left tackle there, very young as well, very nice blindside tackle for them. Brandon Coleman at left guard, not the greatest, but 70 overall, yeah, but not terrible. They do have an injury here at center.
Ooh,
Nick Riverin, who's 82 overall, he's solid, playing up to an 86, but they're likely going to have to start Drew Hayes out of
that's
Clemson, or what
ooh,
they might also opt to do here at right guard. They have Quinn Miners, offensive lineman of the year. And they do have this right guard rookie, Sean Stapleton. Do you trust the rookie to slide to center? Definitely the better athlete but it's not his natural position. I don't know
it's
what
tough
they're
to
gonna do
say.
there.
I think either way, it's a mismatch for that interior line, and Quinn Miners
Def,
is going to have to pick up the. Him and Coleman, the vets, are going to have to really pick it up for the whoever's going to play at center.
Definitely, and the right tackle also not insanely good here. So, 80 up playing up to 80 overall. Terrell Battle, true 78 overall. Yeah, I think the right tackle spots in interior lines pretty weak for both teams. I would give the slight. I don't know. I mean that injury is pretty big. I would actually give the slight nod to the Rams. I think
I
just
don't know
because their
though.
center is injured. If their center was healthy, yeah, but maybe
Quinn
looking at the
Miners
D
though.
line.
Quinn Miners is really good though.
Quinn Miners is really good. If he can hold it together, he could definitely be a game changer. But let's also talk about the defensive lines because I think that'll be a big part of that as well. Of course, at left end, Angelo Delgado at left end here, he looks pretty good. 87 overall, playing up to 89. Right edge, Jimmy Decker, the second year player, superstar, looks very very good as well. Um, Defensive tackles, a very strong group here. Ed Stewart leading the way here, his third year in the league. Um, Derek Harmon right behind him, along with Roberto Morales, superstar there. And of course, Ed Stewart is an X factor. Important to note that. So very strong interior D line for the Broncos as well. Um, I think their edge group could definitely cause some problems for that Rams team. Whereas but then again, that the Broncos interior line might have trouble against those defensive tackles. So we'll see. Sam linebacker, they actually have probably the best Sam linebacker in the league, Jalen Waddle.
Oh right, yeah. Oh, he had the pick.
Jalen
He had
Waddle.
that pick six in the Super Bowl.
He did. He's a big contributor on this Broncos defense, of course. Looking to redeem himself. I guess maybe not redeem himself. He played great that game, but of course help his team get a win here. And redeem the Super Bowl loss. Middle linebacker is a bit weak. TJ May is the highest overall guy here at 79 overall. But he isn't really anything crazy special. Lance Morgan behind him and Francisco Mauigoa course, at Mike 3. Will linebacker, I think this is the other guy we're going to see across from Jalen Waddle, of course, is Jamie Herrera. Absolute stud of a Will linebacker. I think we'll actually, of course, see that Sam linebacker fielded hopefully often because he's very good. And Jamie Herrera should be playing alongside him, 89 overall, X Factor. Very, very good linebacker. I quite like that position group for the Broncos outside of their Mike linebackers. Corners wise, Patrick Surtain is a 33-year-old at this point, actual genuine veteran, but he is here. He wants to win a Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos, leading this cornerback group. Niles Ward, of course, behind him, younger guy here, and Marcus Brackett as the cornerback 3. Just a couple of
Holy
guys they've
crap!
picked up and
They
developed
are
decently.
they are huge. They all 6'2" or higher.
Oh, you're
They're
good catch
giants.
there. I didn't see that. Yeah, tall corners. Maybe that's kind of their defensive philosophy here.
Yeah,
Have some
Shantavius
tall
Wilbon's
corners.
gonna have an interesting matchup. His height's not exactly a strength here.
They are. They also aren't the fastest corners. I mean, they're
That's
not
true.
slow by any means, but
So
they have maybe also
Malcolm
mismatched with
Rainey.
Rainey.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
see that. Really strong free safety group here for the Broncos, so maybe they'll be able to keep a top on that fast guy. Andrew Makuba, 92 speed, of course, and playing up to 90 overall. He's 88 overall, and Eddie Irving behind him, 86 overall. I'm not sure how much you'll see the field, but he's definitely very good. Strong safety, another insane safety here, likely a box player, Javier Beltran. X
I forgot.
Factor, man,
I
holy
forgot
moly.
they drafted Bob Youngblood too. Who's that
Oh, and Bob. Oh my God, and Bob
generational?
Youngblood. Oh my goodness, they have probably the best safeties in the league. I
Yeah,
don't know how they're going to field all these guys. You might start them over some of your corners here in the depth.
possibly.
I assume maybe.
I
Wow.
don't know. I just got an achievement for unlocking my my rookie's development trait. So
Good for you.
yeah,
Um,
thanks.
Javier, Javier Beltran and Bob
Uh,
Youngberg. So yeah, very good safety group.
yeah,
And kicker Cam Little, punter Brody Miller,
what a leg
and
on that
that's it.
guy. Definitely got to keep
He's
an
got
eye
a
on him kicking it from 50, 60 yarders.
sure. He kicks like he has a third leg.
I mean, yeah, I'd love to see that.
Oh, I'm sure you would, Cameron. Okay, so what are your thoughts kind of heading into this Super Bowl? I'm gonna go ahead and get you if you want to stream.
Yeah, I
Get that.
mean, this is an interesting. Do you see my screen up? Oh,
I'm gonna have to switch real quick, just my
yeah,
HDMI over.
yeah.
Look.
Um, wait, wait, how am I doing this? Wait, I'm confused now. How am I doing this? I'm not gonna question it. I'm streaming it from my My
I think just send it. I guess we're
yeah,
good, right?
it works. It's okay. Um, anyways, I don't know. It's very interesting here. Matchups all across the board. I think obviously the key point that we noted was the O lines versus the D lines. I just I don't know. This could go either way because the Broncos defense overall is really good. I think they have the better pass rush. They have the better linebackers. I think they have a better. I think they just have a better defense as a whole. But I think the Rams do have a better offense, and that is shown with the overalls. But I could see it going anyway. It really just depends on. I think the injuries are going to be playing a factor here today with the loss of the center for the Broncos, and then obviously some edge injuries for the Rams and D tackle with Fife out. So I don't know. I forgot John Harbaugh's the defensive coordinator here. I completely forgot about that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Good call there.
Um,
Oh,
but yeah,
sorry, sorry, my other account.
this is very interesting here. All right, everything's back to normal here. We finally got shit figured out. Well, I did because it's on my end. But let's hop into the Super Bowl. We have audio now, so that's exciting. Do we want to do a fun uniform matchup, or do we want to just keep it as is?
Hmm. Maybe a little fun uniform matchup. I like the thought.
Yeah, let's I don't know, let's see. Maybe do ooh, yeah, I got it. Yeah, these
Ooh, the
ones.
alternate class. I like
Yeah,
that.
those
I
are
like
good
that. And
ones.
then
Rams, I mean, get out of these poopy unis. The rivalries, no. I'm not really feeling like they're like maybe ooh.
one of their older
I
ones.
could fuck up I could fuck with some like one of these 2019 ones, maybe the 70s wouldn't
Ooh,
hate.
70s away. I like 70s away so far.
That yeah, it's
Yeah.
either that or 60s home.
Ooh, 60s home is clean.
I I
Between those two.
I,
For sure.
I think the away. I think the yellow is necessary. And
Yeah, I like the contrast. Yeah.
all right, we're gonna do a fun little Super Bowl uniform matchup too, which is usually not what they do, but fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, just a little something special for us scuffed this episode. It's probably our most scuffed
Yeah,
episode so far.
yeah, we
Gotta
had
get a little
a lot of
spicy.
technical difficulties and a lot of just stupidity with
Make it just a little more
the
scuffed. Why not?
quarterbacks. Yeah, but here they are, the Los Angeles Rams running through objects on the field with no problems at all. And here's the Denver Broncos wearing their alternate unis. Oh, these are beautiful. These are some of the best uniforms in the league. And in
More clean.
Tampa Bay, looks very nice here in April. Beautiful night. Should be in for a fun ball game. So we were
Okay.
gonna start off here, and you will be taking the Broncos. I will be taking the Rams, and we will be first here with the Broncos getting the first kickoff going their way.
Okay. Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right, so we return up to the 27 as the Denver Broncos begin their drive. Here's the man himself, Clay Tyson. 25 touchdowns, 6 picks, efficient year. I think that's really all they could ask of their quarterback. Kind of just have him, play the best ball he can, and has a lot of weapons to work off. Of course, the superstar fullback and bunch of guys to kind of work off of. Here is a handoff. I
Oh
believe that
man,
is going to be to Wright, who will get himself swallowed up by Carlos Chapman for a loss of 3. Not a great opener there. They're going to get right out of that heavy set and get into this more kind of gun look here. It's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Wright again, but this time it's a big gash on the draw, and he'll get up for a first down. There's an injury timeout to Matt Wright. I think there might be a bit of an issue here with running back. They do have Dylan Sampson, of course, so I think they can hold over, but yeah, you don't want to see that still. Kind of take some of the dynamics, I think, out of their run game, not having both of them available. So we will see Dylan Sampson come out to take this one. They're coming out in a spread look here for 2 receivers to either side and a running back in the backfield. Catch Rams. They flag
we saw
an
this last
offside
Super
call.
Bowl too, where Raiders definitely suffered with the penalties, so keep an eye on that today.
Yeah, no, it's important to play disciplined football, especially in big games like these. You need to be playing disciplined. It's going to be a play action. Clay Tyson working, finding, I believe that's his fullback.
It is.
Ben Barron with the reception there. And yeah, we're taking a look at the notable inactivities. Of course, Leo Fief, the big one, but also Jordan Felix missing multiple weeks as well. It's going to be interesting to see how this Rams interior defensive line fares. It's going to be 2nd and 1. A handoff to Dylan Sampson. It's absolutely crushed. Saw Quinn Miners trying to kind of generate a block there, and
that's Briscoe. That's their big D tackle.
It's not good. They're already, of course, missing Fife, and now Briscoe is going to be injured. This is not looking too good for the interior. They still have guys, of course, still have studs, but yeah, it's not great. Here's the fullback helping push their quarterback in for the sneak. So Tyson picks it up, gets them right back on the first down. See what they can do here with the first down. They're going to fake play action off of right. He's going to roll out and throw. Clay Tyson, I mean, that's a good throw.
It is.
Good throw, but unfortunately, Tristan McDougal drops that. It's a rare drop from a guy of his caliber.
Great coverage.
It was great coverage, yeah, but definitely not on Tyson there. That's going to be a throw, a quick one out there to his man, of course, the aforementioned Tristan McDougal. Definitely want to get him involved no matter what. Here is going to be Clay Tyson absolutely bombing it down the field. He nearly catches it. Nearly.
I thought he had it. Huerta. Oh, man.
Unfortunately.
What do you feel about this?
They aren't able to get it. 4th and 6. Okay, this is a very, very confident call here from the Denver Broncos. They have a lot of trust in Clay Tyson. He's going to take the snap and shotgun. Finds his man underneath. That's Marlon Giles for the first down. Yeah, very confident call there. 4th and 6, ballsy. But the Denver Broncos know that they need to, they want to make every drive count. They're not going to let themselves fall into obscurity. It's going to be a handoff to Matt Wright, who's actually back right now. Seems like he's going to battle through the injury. Yeah, and then this Broncos line is very good. They're dealing with an injury at the center position, but they have a lot of talent there. And if they can get their blocks, this run game can be very, very nice. It's going to be another handoff. Actually, this one's to Dylan Sampson. It seems like they're probably going to rotate him, and that's an injury, I believe, to Marlon Giles. Yeah. It's not good. It's gonna make the blocking situation worse too. He's a great player, and you want him to be there on run downs and pass downs. But 1st and 10 here. Sampson is, I believe, in the backfield once again. Ooh, well, Rams getting a little chippy there, a little spicy. It's gonna be a dump off to the screen specialist himself, Dylan Sampson. A quick shot there. I don't know if that was a screen or if that was just a swing and he decided to throw it.
It's just not a good call, I don't think, for Dylan Sampson to get that.
So loses 5 on that one. It's going to be a RPO, quick shot to his man. That's going to be a completion pulled in by, I believe that's their tight end. That's Juan Cantu. Yeah. Nice catch there. 3rd and 5. Upcoming. It's going to be shotgun looking to throw. Finds his man. He catches it. That is a tight catch for Marvin Mims Jr., who comes up with a nice one.
Yeah, Giles is back in very quickly here, by the way.
He is. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we saw, of course, after the other running back, Matt Wright, got injured, we saw Sampson come in, but then Wright came back in. Here's going to be a shot, quick one out to Tristan McDougal for a gain of 3. Get him involved early. I think that's the right move. You need your dominant X receiver to impose his presence on the defense. Be a play action here to be fired to that is no, wait, that's not Mims. I think it's Huerta, Oscar Huerta. Yeah. 3rd and 1. Heavy set here with the fullback and QB sneak once again. I mean, they like what they have with QB sneak and Clay Tyson. Seems like they've gotten it down. Okay, stream's lagging a little bit, but luckily didn't miss anything.
Okay. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
No problem. It was only for a second. Didn't miss any of the action. Here's 1st and goal here in the strong. Of course, a superstar fullback leading the way. Here is backup running back Dylan Sampson with a not really getting much there. Marlon Giles, of course, is back. These guys they're going to play through injury. This is the Super Bowl. They're not taking any days off, really, if they can avoid it. 2nd and goal here in strong. You think they'd trust the run game. No, it's going to be play action. They're going to dump it off to Marlon Giles. It's his way up, gets buckled.
Oh,
And that's going to be an injury to a lineman now.
Ooh, that looks
That's
bad.
Coleman.
I,
That's the left guard, Brandon Coleman. They're getting thin in the interior O-line.
yeah, and
It's basically Miners and everyone else.
yeah, that looked really bad too. He could not stand up on his own.
Yeah, concerning if he's going to be able to return or not. And the Broncos are going to have to battle through injury on this drive. They've taken plenty of time off the clock. Here's 3rd and goal, and they're going to find Giles for a touchdown.
Wide open.
Makes them, wide open underneath. Makes them feel a little better about the injuries, of course. And big play for Marlon Giles, getting on the board early in such a defensive oriented league now, and that's a big one.
Yeah, that's it's very interesting. I feel like the Rams defense, even through all of that, all those injuries and everything, didn't really show much resistance a lot of the time. It felt like they had maybe they made a play and then they kept letting up.
They forced a lot. They forced a couple 4th downs. It just they couldn't get off the field. 4th and 6, the Broncos got it. 2 4th and 1s, the Broncos got through. It just felt like
20 plays.
Yeah, that was probably the longest drive I've ever seen in Sim.
Yeah. And there's only a minute and 18 seconds left for this Rams offense to start in the first quarter, and that's
that drive was so long. I'm gonna get a drink real quick, but I'll have my headset on for this.
It's a very long drive. Here's a nice spin move, trying to get some more yards. Here's a 31-yard line start for Corey Burrell, number 1. A great season, 4,400 yards, 67 completion percentage, 35 touchdowns, 11 picks. Yeah, he has figured it out finally after some rough early seasons. He's here, and he's looking with Rainey motioning to the other side of the field, looking to hand this one off. Scadaboo trucking through a defender, but can't get anything. Loses 3. Surtain and Delgado, I believe, there on the tackle. So now they're going to have 3 receivers stacked to the right. Puka alone at the top of the screen. And it's going to be a little bit of a blitz, but it's a throw out to Colston Loveland. And gets 2 yards, but still going to be a 3rd and long. Going empty here. Maybe one more play before the end of the first quarter already. And it's going to be a Burrow standing tall in the pocket. Throws a sidearm throw. Incomplete. Surtain on the coverage. Great play there. Try to go to Shontavious Wilbin. And they're going to have to punt it right back to end this first quarter. And Voodoo is obviously getting some refreshments. And that's a nice... Oh, my goodness. That spin move was nice from the return man. Gets to the 33. So they'll start with some all right field position to start the second quarter, but Denver up 7-0 after a 20-play, 68-yard drive. Took up a majority of the first quarter. Very interesting drive. A lot of injury timeouts and stuff, but yeah, we're interested to see how this Denver offense can continue with a lot of these injuries, but that they're sitting here with the lead and they get the ball here.
Yeah, I hate to see Rams unable to produce, because the Broncos, I think, are going to try the same exact thing, just a long, slow drive, try to control the game, quick shot out to the receiver. Another injury timeout. Oh man,
it's brutal, and that's
right.
Can't even tell who that is, but it's an edge rusher.
Yeah, I thought I had a little bit more time. Guy getting up.
No, you did not. You did not. You did not at all.
I just heard you saying, 3 and out. They're gonna punt it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the hell already? Yeah, play action here. Find his man down the field. Ooh, that was close. Could have been picked. Could have been caught. It's neither. And a flag holding on the Broncos. Yeah, Clay Tyson a little risky there, and Emmanuel Curtis is flagged there.
Yeah, former first-round pick making a mistake there.
Not a costly one. Sets them back to 2nd and 17. To be the Broncos, they shotgun play here, and they're going to find their man, of course, Tristan McDougald, who Clay Tyson is targeting early and often in this game. 3rd and 7. Critical 3rd down here. Clay Tyson with a nice completion and plenty of space to work for the receiver. He makes a move.
Oh my God, another one.
48.
It's all these defensive fronts for the Rams right now getting hurt too.
Yeah, that's not good. They are just a lot of injuries this game. Probably the most injuries we've seen. Long drives. I mean, I think the long drives really must be wearing on these guys, because this is rough, and especially having to go back right on the field for the Rams. Here's going to be a quick shot down the middle. That's going to be Juan Cantu again, the second tight end. He's making a big impact here. I didn't even mention him in the pregame, and that would have been on me. He's here showing off here. Of course, his 3rd year in Denver, out of Washington. and only has a 1 million a year contract, but he's out here proving he's worth every penny of that. 1st and 10, single back, plenty of tight ends. Here's going to be Dylan Sampson with a nice run.
Jeez.
And
it's
another
Briscoe again.
Briscoe, he's fighting, trying to get back on the field, but he's just taking another injury timeout.
They're losing defensive front linemen, left and right. I mean, who's going to be playing D line in the second half?
It's also a question of who's playing O line in the interior for the Broncos. I mean, there's a lot of questions. There's the fullback with the handoff, getting himself some work. That's a very nice run there for the man. Of course, Deontay Fletcher in on the tackle, but Ben Barron making a nice impact both as a blocker and as a runner. Be 1st and goal here. Shotgun. Clay Tyson in very good shape here is going to be a shot to Marlon Giles. Go ahead and pick up a couple of yards there on the drag. Clay Tyson once again in shotgun. Marlon Giles, I like him kind of being out in that slot look. Be a handoff to their man Dylan Sampson. Gets up for a gain of 1 before he's wrapped up. 3rd and goal. You got to find something here. It looks like there's going to be a blitz. We have the analyst in here telling us it's going to be a blitz, which it is. And a quick shot, Marlon Giles, the red zone demon, the touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, he went down with that injury early, but clearly has not affected things here because he is still getting open, looking full speed here, and making it
an impressive catch. I know he was open, probably the most impressive wide open short catch there, but he caught it over the shoulder.
It's very true.
Very good tracking and a good pass.
Yeah, and I don't know why you all of a sudden turn into God for a second. Your echo. You're very loud and slight echo. Like you're God or something. No, I don't. That might have been me because I also unplugged my headset from charging. Let me retry. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, great drive from Denver. Even with injuries again, but here comes Malcolm Rainey on the return. Very speedy guy, and he gets through to the 31. All right, as my headset reconnects, obviously, some penalties. Only 1, but, a negative total yards, 1, -1 for the Rams today. And Broncos 140 plus. And here's a run. Burrow going to just hand it off to Northrop, right? So, yeah, and he gets 2 yards. But, again, I mean, this Rams offense just has not been on the field very much. So they're just still trying to get going. And Denver has been quite on fire here. Here's a 4-man rush. Throwing it deep down the field, and that's just going to be an adjustment. Not able to make the catch for Rainey. And coverage there. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Showing blitz. Burrow notices it. He's pointing it out to his team. See if they can find a nice play here. 5-man rush. It's going to be a quick throw, and that's a perfect throw for Puka. Yeah, he noticed that. Told Puka, hey, run a slant right into that zone where they're going to leave. And it was a perfect first down play for them to get there. And they're going to keep driving here. And they really need this drive to end in some points because they need the momentum to start building. Because they, like I said, have not had many drives here, many plays here. The blitz, but play action. What a throw and catch. Puka Nacua looking like prime Puka with another great catch there on the sideline to the 40, first down. Going under center here, 2 tight ends set. A Burrow, play action, pressure coming in, throws it before he gets hit and throws it deep. It's going to be almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness. Ooh. Stayed up in the air. I'm shocked that didn't get picked. That was dangerous.
Lucky break.
Yeah, that was dangerous. But here's another one. Handoff. Northrop gets a big hit on him. And not a lot of, I don't know. He had 1 carry. And they've been really going to this, I don't know if he's hurt or what, but they've been really liking Northrop's speed here. 4-man rush. A Burrow stepping back, looking, throwing it deep. Up to the 1-man Malcolm Rainey.
Oh, my God.
What a play. Yeah, and I have no idea why, but you did get really loud for me, so I'm going to turn you down. Oh. I don't know what happened magically. It just changed no matter what.
Talk really softly.
No, it's fine. I turned you down.
Okay.
It's just like you turn into like an omnipotent being. But anyways, Yeah, Northrop in the backfield. I don't know what's happening here, but it's going to be a little trickery. Oh, my goodness, but that was not a good spot there. That's a Scatterboo play that you need him there for, as he gets absolutely demolished by number 98, the tackle there. 2nd and goal, approaching the 2-minute warning. Rams needing some points. Here's Northrop. Again, just not finding success on the ground here.
Yeah, 98 is that Stewart. He delivered that big hit, and then there's Brackett on another tackle there.
Yeah, and it's really looking like the pass game has found success, so I think they're just going to have to commit to that a little bit here. And going empty here, 3rd and goal. 4-man rush. Burrows slings it over the middle. Of course, it's going to be Puka Nacua turning back the clock here and showing his Irish heritage, or maybe he's making fun of them as he likes to do on stream. Not the Irish, but other people of cultures. Anyways, Puka Nacua turning back the clock here, and I'm sure he'd love to go back to 1940s Germany. Anyways, we're really going off the chain here with Puka. Yeah, man, I don't know. Again, I mean, I turned you down. You're down to 14% on Discord. You're the same volume in my ears. I can't. I don't understand why. It is what it is. I mean, I don't know how. It feels like that should work, though, right? But anyways, here's the return for the Broncos. No, it's fine. I turned you down. Okay. It's just like handoff. Northrop gets a big hit on him, and not a lot of. I don't know. He had 1 carry. No, it's fine. I turned you down. Yeah, and I have no idea why, but you did get really loud, so I'm gonna turn you down. I don't know what happened magically. It just changed no matter what. Yeah, Northrop in the backfield. Showing his Irish heritage, or maybe he's making fun of them as he likes. Yes, the tackle there. 2nd and goal, approaching 2-minute warning. Rams. More Giles. Oh man. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that's not a name you want to moan in bed, but it's a great name to name. It's a wow. Yeah. Mriston Trigdougal. Oh man.
Neutral zone infraction.
This drive.
Defense.
Oh, it's been a disaster. Yeah. It's been brutal. Oh. I will say one thing to note: both teams missing their starting running backs here for a majority of this half, and clearly the Broncos are finding more success with Samson and yeah. I can't handle this fucking drive, man. Every single fucking thing that happens, it's just making me. It's like just building on each other to make me laugh, and it's just everything. It's like, of course, on top of everything, he had to do this fucking jig. Everything. He did. Oh yeah. Well, he showed his he had to show both sides, not just his father's Irish heritage, his mother's heritage of being African American. Yeah, I mean, it's really taken the league by storm. I mean, we've seen it every Super Bowl for the past 6 years. But here's a return for the Rams. Very little time to do anything with. I doubt they'll do much down 14, but they do get the ball at half, so they're not out of it or anything. But the Broncos just have controlled this game. Time of possession and just able to score with touchdowns. They've been just super efficient. But maybe they're spreading out a bit here, so maybe Rams try to take a shot to get in a field goal range or something here. Here's a quick one caught, Rainey to the 49 timeout. So yeah, I think maybe try to get another 10 yards. They can definitely make a field goal attempt here. With 2 timeouts, they can definitely make this happen. Motioning Wilbin over to the bottom of the screen there. 3-man rush has time. A Burrow just going to Wilbin for a quick one timeout. They're going to probably take one more quick shot. Although this looks like a Hail Mary, maybe. I don't know. Usually tight ends out. So there's definitely a chance here they go for a quick throw. Maybe same play with Wilbin. It's similar. And that's a really good call. Timeout coming in a second here. I was a little worried they weren't going to get it off in time, but they're going to try a long field goal, which I think really good job with as little time as they had to make that couple plays there to get into potential field goal range for their kicker. Yeah, I mean, it's a long one, but he's got a big leg. And he knocks it through, so that's a really good job from them there. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to be down 14 with, under 20 seconds to work with to say, hey, let's go down the field. We've really haven't been on offense much, but let's go down the field. Let's get things clicking and just make a couple plays, get in field goal range, and they did it. But yeah, this game has been just controlled by Denver. I mean, it's been very impressive. I think they've changed as a team since they played the the Niners a few years ago. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Rainey takes it out to 25, so not an incredible return, but I mean, this Rams offense hasn't been bad other than that first drive. They quick 3 and out, but ever since they've only had 2 drives, so they made things happen. This is an interesting defensive look against this offensive look here. Motioning Rainey, definitely a man. Okay, getting bit to a normal look here. Northrup, again, just no run game available. Makuba and company in there. Just no gain. I mean, no Scadaboo. It's been almost impossible for them to make any movement on the ground. So they're going to try one more time here. And there's, breaking a couple tackles there. Gets 9. Sets them up for a 3rd and 1. So finally some life on the ground, which is huge because you don't want to be one-dimensional. But Denver definitely setting up with a heavy front here, looking for a QB sneak maybe. And Burrow's going to push through, and he's short. They're going to say he's short. Yeah, that's tough. That's very tough there, and they're gonna punt it. That's brutal. Wow. Yeah, I don't even know what that means, but I appreciate it. Yeah, it's getting late too. Yeah, they also have a D tackle playing edge rusher. I don't know if you see that. I'm pretty sure he's a D tackle. I'm sure that Tyson is. I wasn't I wasn't expecting the slight little accent on his name. I wasn't expecting. Yeah, man. It's little Mahomie, but yeah, I mean, it's going well. He's a great player. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Big down here for the defense. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Wow. That was, yeah. Yeah. I mean, he just immediately planted his foot in the ground and just took it in the high gear there. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, the Rams defense is showing up on the run game occasionally here. It's just seem to continue to make some poor plays occasionally. Ooh. Wonder if he's related to Dalton. There's also a race issue there, but it's a good stop. They needed that. All right, yeah, that's I mean, Cam Little, he's also got a huge leg, so there's really no doubt that he was going to have the leg for it. Does knock it through with the accuracy, but I mean, that field goal before halftime does end up being really huge there because it keeps it a 14-point game, but Rams need to stop the 3 and outs immediately. They need to keep up with this Broncos offense because the Broncos offense has not had any really issue getting into field goal range at the very least, and obviously scored touchdowns on 3 of the 4. So let's see if a Burrow can bring this team down the field and score. Going with a bunch look on the left side. To be a handoff. Northrup, oh my goodness, wide open hole. And just uses his speed to his advantage there. Gets a huge gash there to the 43. And their run game has been opening up a little bit, actually. And I feel like it's been the opposite for Denver. Their run game has kind of closed up a little bit. So maybe a little bit of an inverse reaction here. Weird setup over there with the receivers, but a motioning Wilbin. Haven't seen a lot of him overall. A little double motion, getting creative. Oh my goodness, that's just insane. TJ Mays, the linebacker, just blitzed, saw it coming. He's watched the tape, and he saw that there was going to be an empty spot there, just blitzed up the gap, and sacked Burrow immediately. A loss of 4 there, and they didn't even have a chance to get any play started there. Here's a little bit of a linebacker blitz, and he's going to, oh my goodness, that's a wide open Rainey, and he just can't haul it in. Almost tipped up an intercepted, but luckily for the Rams, it wasn't. But, I mean, you got to bring those in if you're Rainey. I know he's expecting a hit there, but you got to try to catch that one in. And wide open on the Wilbin on the wheel route. Gets hit as he throws it. It's going to be a little bit of a lob. Oh, my goodness. What an adjustment. I don't know how a Burrow made that throw. He did. He did, but it was still still a good enough throw to gave him enough under it to put it on the money. I mean, that's an incredible play. Wilbin, who's been one of the best receivers in the league as well, makes an incredible play. Absolutely. We've only seen a couple short passes to him, but that's an incredible play there. Burrow going to hand this one off to Northrup, trying not to get hit as much as this set of downs here. Gain of 4 as we are under a minute in the third quarter. And, Rams just trying to take their time here. They don't have to rush, but definitely want touchdown at the end of this drive. Changing the play here. Seeing something in the Broncos defense they like. They have 3 receivers stacked to the top. It's going to be a 2-man rush. And Colson Loveland's open still. I don't know what happened there for Denver's defense, but they just had a miscommunication of some sort. And Loveland, easy first down. Maybe one more play for the Rams, but they will not take it. So we will start the fourth quarter here with the Broncos up 24-10. And Rams driving, trying to make this a one-score game. But it's been a weird game. Obviously, weird video as a whole. A lot of weird. It's been odd. But incredible game from the Broncos offense, as we said. And their defense has made plays when they've needed to. But, Rams trying to make a little comeback here and finally get over the hump with a Burrow, as this is their first time here. Broncos have been here before, but obviously with a different quarterback, and Tyson has done a great job in his first appearance. But here's a handoff. Northrup, just nowhere to go. And yeah, it's been tough. No Scadaboo obviously has completely changed his game plan. They're two different backs entirely. Obviously, Scadaboo's more of a power first guy. And he can go at it with the best D lines. Doesn't matter. He'll fight through contact. But Northrup's just a speedster, man. It's not his game. Puka is in the backfield. They like doing that a lot in the McVay era, and he's going to get the catch for 5, and makes this a very important 3rd and 5. Under 8 minutes to go. Burrow pointing out a safety down the field. It's going to be 3-man rush. Burrow going to take off with his legs. Look at the speed, the sneaky speed. Burrow takes hits and stays up. Gain of, what was that? That was a decent, I don't know how many yards, but it was down to the 2. It's a first down, and that's a huge play. A Burrow, sneaky athleticism there. Matthew Stafford-esque, honestly, in his prime. Here's a handoff. Northrup up the middle, touchdown. And they're still, I appreciate how they consistently stay with the run game, even though it hasn't been consistent for them. They've managed to keep it going, and they get a touchdown here. Northrup knocks it through. Absolutely. Yeah, we haven't seen a turnover yet today, so oh my goodness. Uh-oh, that's not good. Still in Samson. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness. Ooh. It's the D line again. Stewart, Josiah Stewart. Oh, Samson's back now, so. Uh-oh. Oh no! Ball's on the ground! Wow. That was dangerous. I mentioned it. Yeah, sorry. I mentioned the turnovers, and I thought that was going to be it there, but it seemed like there was a one guy engaged in the block, and he just wasn't able to get off the block. But still a great play there. Unfortunately for the Rams, couldn't recover it, but fortunately for the Broncos, they were able to and keep this somewhat in a spot where they can get a field goal. Oh my goodness. Oh, Tyson was definitely startled by that fumble there. Yeah, that he's been good. He's been really good. today. And yeah, I mean, I think that fumble a play ago definitely startled him, and it felt like he needed to force a throw there, but Kincaid absolutely, yeah, yeah. That's huge. And yeah, Kincaid with a great play on the eyes there of Huerta. A Burrow with a chance. Throws it down the field. What a catch. Oh my goodness, Puka Nacua. He is, dude, he's still got it. He is still really good. Yeah, under 5 minutes to go. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Here's fullback in the backfield here. A little bit rare to see. And there's a quick throw to Wilbin for 5. And this offense is clicking, and they really have shown resilience today because they started with a damn 20-play drive to go against and a quick 3-and-out on their side, and they've stuck through it. But here's a blitz, and oh my goodness, that's the first sack on them, or is that, sorry, second sack on them. But Delgado getting in there with a blitz, and the Rams O-line just completely just fell apart as a whole. Like, I mean, their entire line just shit the bed on that one. Like, no one was able to hold up. I mean, yes, it is, but only 2 guys were still blocking. The rest of the line just kind of gave up. But they're going to go empty here. 3rd and 13. This is huge. They need points. Ideally, a conversion for a first down would be great. 4-man rush pressure. Wide open Puka Nacua. Oh, my God. He's double covered, and he still gets it. Still up, too. He's fighting. No, he's been so good. He's looking like his prime self from 2023 or whatever. And here's a quick throw from Wilbin to Wilbin. Only really nothing there. Lost a yard. Ward there on the tackle. And Puka has been phenomenal today. I mean, he's not a young, spry guy anymore, but he's still got it. He's still got the juice. Yeah, and here's a quick throw. Puka again. He's open again. And they're doubling him too, and he's still getting open. I mean, it's impressive. It's impressive just the pure grit and just natural knowledge of the game Nacua has to just get open, and the savvy, but obviously a little bit tired here, seeing some other depth guys in. No Wilbin either. Rainey, the main starter on the field for the receivers. And it's going to be a quick throw out to number 7. Oh my God, breaks a tackle, touchdown to tie it up with the PAT pending. It's Booth, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, showing his Irish heritage, Logan Booth. Yeah. He's showing it. He's Irish for real. He's a real Irishman. You could tell by the way he was hitting that. And I still don't, yeah. Yeah, maybe. I'm also still curious why that is. There's kind of the basing that everyone does. I have no idea. It's very odd. I guess so. I guess, that's how in the NCFL, the shout out to the Tokyo Samurais, they started their trend with the somersaults celebration. That was a big thing in that league. But wow, what a drive that was. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, because he looked solid to start, but then, yeah, they've done a good job stopping the run. Ooh, that's a big one there. Free timeout for the Broncos off of that. Yeah, that's brutal. Oh. Man. That's great coverage. Great play there from the DB. I think that was Fletcher. If I'm not mistaken. Number 37. Oh my goodness. Slow block. It's a block punt. It's recovered, but it doesn't matter. Oh my goodness. Who is number 39? You got to go check that if you're on the roster page. Yeah, that is an incredible play. We haven't seen a block in any Super Bowl that we've watched, and that's incredible. And that's going to set the Rams up in number 39, but the Rams set up in field goal range already, but they're going empty. They want a touchdown. 1:48, 2 timeouts after that injury timeout last drive. Here's a blitz, quick open man. It's Puka Nacua finding a first down at the 10. And a Burrow has just turned it on to another level with Nacua today. And they're going to let the clock run. They have the time in their hands. They have all the momentum on their side. The Broncos need a stop desperately, and they need some time to work with too. A Burrow. It was 39. It's to be open man. Loveland for a touchdown. But that's a lot of time still. But it is a good play, and they do take the lead, and they're going to trust their defense, who has had the momentum. And, yeah, I mean, wide open, too. This Broncos team just feels like they've just lost grip of this game. They were up 14. And, yeah. Yes, that's what 39 is what I said. Did you hear 29? Okay. Yeah, that's huge. I mean, a block punt is one of the biggest turns you could have in a game, because that's completely flipping. Like, you're gaining all that yardage from that punt plus more to set you up in good field position to take a lead with a touchdown added on. And the oh my goodness, they just, wow, momentum completely flipped for them. Oh, it was, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Some veteran receiver presence in this game. Yeah, I mean, this is a great drive so far, though, for sure. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, why they had a motion? Oh, what are they doing? Play action. What did you do? What are they doing? They're falling apart. That was the worst play call you could have ever made in that spot. Oh my goodness. The time's running out. They have to spike it. They have to get up and spike it. 10, 9, 8, 7. They're going to spike it with 6. Oh my goodness. Maybe 1 or 2 plays. 1 or 2 plays. It's sacked. It's over. Rams are Super Bowl champions once again. Oh my goodness. What a game. Wow. Wow is just the right word to use there. I mean, I'm going to be real with you. I thought the Broncos were going to win this one at halftime. But Rams, what a job coming back from this. Being down, I think they're down 14 at the most at one point. And a Burrow, man. What a story for him. He's had his struggles, but he finally gets to the big game. Yeah, I mean, both quarterbacks were playing really, really well today, though. Obviously, Tyson with the fumble and the interception. yeah, it was rough, but other than that, he was really good. Burrow, I mean, he's probably gonna get a Super Bowl MVP. He was just on fire today. I mean, yeah, rushing like run games were just not that efficient. Tyson was good on the ground though. But yeah, Matt Wright being out and Scadaboo as well were the two big ones missing, and he does, and that's yeah. It seems Theo Johnson, Dexter Lawrence. If they leave, I think Kayvon Thibodeau did too with the Niners, if I'm not mistaken. So I think, yeah, I think clearly the trend is leave the Giants and you're gonna win a Super Bowl at some point. Um, yeah, I mean it's crazy. I mean these two receivers, man. I mean McDougal and Puka, absolute masterclass performances from them. Me too. Yeah, I mean Wilbin was good, but like clearly, I mean Puka turned it up to a next level today, and he I don't know his future in the league here at this point in his career, but I mean this was a good way to have his peak be shown one more time at least. Giles, he was involved too. He was involved heavily early on, but he got kind of phased out pretty late into the game. Um, yeah, I mean, just Logan Booth with that huge touchdown too. That was big. Yeah, I mean, honestly, O line's relatively clean game. I mean, the only sack was the game losing one. Brandon Coleman let it up. Oh, well, he's the one who, yeah, that's a lie. um, yeah, I mean, tackles wise, Fletcher was huge tackler there. Had a TFL, had two pass deflections. He had a nice game. I think he had that pass deflection that forced that fourth down to that was a block punt afterwards. Um, but yeah, rookie Morgan Saunders, 3 TFLs, a half sack. Yeah, he could. Yeah, yeah. Jerry Wilkins. I mean, yeah, this Rams front was really good. The Broncos front was good, but somehow not as good. But no, yeah. And then Rod Kincaid, obviously the pick. He had a TFL, two pass deflections himself. Had a really good game. And yeah, the forced fumble from Turner that really rattled Tyson. Yeah, Morgan Saunders. Yeah, I mean, he. Yeah, man, rookie 3 TFLs, half sack, that block. I mean, that's sure as hell definitely deserves at least a shout out in the locker room from the head coach. Yeah, he's got to get the game ball there because I mean he turned this game on its head here with that block and that. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's just you can't really teach that. You can't coach that. You can't teach that. That's an innate ability that you just have. That clutch ability, that clutch gene, to go down the field and score like that. And I mean, they only had 15 minutes of game time versus the 20 minutes that the Broncos had. They just were on it. They only had 36 plays. Yes, yes, absolutely. I mean, especially the first half was it was Broncos pretty much the entire time. It was insane. The Broncos were just absolutely dominating the time of possession. But yeah, I think they just really let things go a little bit too much they lost their grip on the lead, and they got caught with their pants down, as the kids say. And I feel bad for Tristan McDougal. He had an incredible game, but you know, regardless, incredible Super Bowl. And I mean, it's tough to say. I mean, I don't know. Last Super Bowl was really good too. So I mean, I don't know. This one was really good though. This was like one of those ones that's like good offense. There was good defense though involved, but I don't know. It's another great Super Bowl, and I'm glad to see it because I was worried it wasn't going to be. Seeing some crazy retirements. We'll talk about the next episode. But the MVP does go to Corey Burrell, which makes sense. I mean, yeah, what a career for him. Honestly, what a story for him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And in a league where you can be the franchise quarterback and get replaced at just any second because there's a quarterback that's wanting too much money and then takes a very small deal anywhere. The Rams were true to their quarterback, and Burrow is going to be enshrined for the Rams Hall of Fame. Of course, we'll see potentially future Hall of Famer as well. But yeah, that was a very interesting year. Obviously, a very scuffed video, but I mean, I'm glad the Super Bowl at the very least was incredible. Truly was. Of, I mean, I don't think we've seen a comeback win. So yeah, 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 yeah. That was very, very, very inspiring. I'll say, but yeah, I mean, incredible game, and I hope you guys enjoyed. We are gonna keep chugging along here. This was year 6. We'll see you guys in year 7 next episode. Thank you, Voodoo, for joining us. Yes, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.